flowing through their community. Don't overlook or exempt anybody. People are sick. Y'all all right? All right. Stupid to be here. And all right, another game. Y'all see the video I sent out that morning with that slime in the water, choking all the fish out, killing life out from the water? Oh yeah, in Turkey. It's bad. Look like, they calling it snot. Just, how many of y'all didn't see it? Oh, y'all didn't see that? Oh yeah, it's serious. Kenya getting overloaded in Africa with all the plastic water, all the plastic bottles in the water. Yahudah talking. These people think they're gonna escape because of Corona. They still gotta pay for what they done. Africa gotta pay. They played their part, and nobody just saying you're sorry ain't enough. Ain't that right? People need to come up and they need to fix their problem. They need to restore us back to where we belong. Ain't that right? They ain't gonna never get no peace. They ain't gonna never get no healing. Corona gonna come right back on them harder than it was before. They gonna pay for what they done. America can keep lying to these people they want to. You know that stuff ain't going nowhere. If they claim they have, that means they've been a lie from the whole hoax. We know it's been real, but they haven't been as crooked they've been telling them. They made it up. Now they're gonna make everybody think you get the shot, you're gonna get better. Don't believe these people. They trying to get them, they still trying to do the Olympics, so in about 50 more days, they got over 1,000 volunteers that done quit. They said they're not doing it. Tokyo them getting wiped. They say getting wiped over there. They said they ain't gonna stop, they still gonna have the Olympics. These people gonna run here to get some Greek god. Get homage to it. I know some of y'all gonna watch it anyway. You just got, I don't watch all of it. I just got that one part I like. The hell with all of it. That's what they used to enslave us. That's how we've been our whole life. I sent y'all another snapshot where they said the NFL that came out. They felt like the NFL black players anyway were less intelligent. So they came back, oh yeah, when they came out saying they had brain injury, they saying that's why they hadn't been paying them. They said, hell, you ain't had a brain in your head in the first place. Who gonna go and play for his master like that? Who gonna go and beat his body up for his master and get less than these white boys? These white boys walk out of that man, still paid commentary and everything else. They commentate, they still Joe Montana. Ain't throw the damn football in 72 years. They got some sketches. You can't even run. Tell them, say, run on them one time. You know, they getting some sketches. Man, make all kind of money. That's how they do. These white Joe Namath. But most of y'all ain't know who Joe Namath is. Unless you seen the career. That man played football since the early 70s. They still sitting around here and love them, man. Anybody the white league, you still a god to these people. All reason they like Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan give homage to him. He gonna give money to him. He disrespect his own people. Anybody don't care about their own people, white people gonna love you. Shaq tried to help y'all out, tried to give y'all some shoes, let you go to Payless. But you rather sit there and F up every dime you get, trying to go to Macy's and buy them. Gotta go to Foot Locker somewhere. Shaq brought them little shoes out, said he didn't want to let them rip his people off. Then he realized no matter what you do, y'all gonna pay anyway. That just been, now he down there in Morrow getting away money, and McDonald's getting away money to these people. I won't be getting these people no money. That ain't helping these people. All you doing is teach these people to beg. We got to set our people up and teach them a career so you can make your own way. I'm for teaching our people how to fish. You don't need nobody to give you nothing else. They take away your survival skill, like taking a wild animal and you start feeding them. You take away a survival skill. That's why we're in the mess we in now, because white people been just feeding us. We need to stop letting them feed us. You got to get back out here and learn how to survive. That being honest, it took away all that from that. Y'all know we know how to survive. Shoot, boy, we know how to make sugar sandwiches. Isn't that right? Syrup sandwich. It was sub sandwich. We made sub sandwich. That's why Subway came. They thought we were saying sub. We were saying syrup. Syrup sub sandwiches. Man, you get right out. Man, let me tell you something. When you hungry and you wait your mama come and cook, don't eat like no sub sandwich. Sugar sandwich. Y'all remember that sugar? Boy, take that sugar, spread that bread, and mash that thing together. Woo! Boy, you got yourself a meal. Good mighty. You don't remember that, Chris? You from Alabama. Oh, it's coming out next week. Alabama love it high. It's coming out next week. Not the part you from, nigga, the part where Chris from. Chris from now, you said you from Huntsville? You know where that come from? That track a nigga downville. What do you think they're hunting for? It ain't hunting white people. They let you know when you get there, they gonna track you down. But it's just bad. It might seem like, nothing, but we learned how to make it back then. Man, you make you a grilled cheese. I remember last time I had a grilled cheese. I don't eat cheese, nothing like that, but boy, a grilled cheese sandwich, God almighty. Well, that was a meal then. That was a meal back then. Now they sell them at these stores. I wouldn't buy one from no restaurant. You gotta cook that thing at home in one of them cast iron skillets. You gotta have a cast iron. They got all that old new shit from Mars. I can't cook none of that stuff, man. I got it from another planet here. You should have left it where you got it from. I ain't bringing it in my house. Well, I'm cooking in something from another planet here. I live right here. You might just cook it on a rock. Oh, they hurt now. That hurt them now. Well, how you know what's gonna happen when you put heat to that stuff and you getting your food out of it? Y'all good with cooking your food in something from another planet. If he wants you to eat from up there, don't you think he'd have left your ass up there? He brought you down here for a reason. Use what you got right here. All you gonna do is go there and F up the alien life, leave him alone. They ain't bothered about it, leave him alone. Isn't that right? White folks gonna mess it up, gonna beat them out of everything they got. They ain't gonna go there and convince them they invented them. Just stop it. I wonder what kind of sick mind you gotta have anyway to sit around and think about all them creatures. We would come along forward with Jason. Jason ain't nothing but a knockoff from the creature from the Black Lagoon. Most of y'all don't know about that, do it? They so impressed with Jason. You remember he'd come out, he had all that stuff on him? That's all Jason is, a creature from the Black Lagoon. White folks try to make y'all think they invented another killer. Man, we had him years ago. He was slow as shit, too. He still track it out. Right. White folks went, ah! Ah! White folks couldn't run out. Chuck a move like this right here. Still catch him. White folk been slow. You know, I don't even want to watch. I'd be tired of it. Isn't that right? White folk, you just want to die like that. Come over here in a nigga neighborhood somewhere. Go make no move and try to look like that's our revenge on them. Just stop watching it. We got to get more intelligent now. We sit around, look at the case and look at the cause of our people where we at. We got to educate our people. Education going to be our key. We're not talking about their education. We're undertaking their education so we know just what kind of, how much they've disrupted our system. Isn't that right? It's just like how they thrown out the eco. So you think that snot in the water just appeared from nowhere? Mr. Yahudah talking. Who's listening? It's summertime, people running out here jumping in the water. You think that snot just limited? How many of y'all saw that video? Did you see how thick that stuff was? How you gonna get that out of the water? Not to mention over in Sri Lanka, y'all seen they got the ship burning, they got oil dumping in the water. Then you got you got plastic in the water. You got pollution in the water over here, especially up in the Pacific. I ain't know in the world I was slipping now. They talking about these folks got, what they saying? They got football field loads of trash that just floating down. This stuff never went nowhere from the tsunami. The size of Texas just floating down there. Twice the size of Texas out here floating in the water. And y'all want to go jump your ass off in and start swimming. Especially, I'm going to have to hit it. California, some of the more airheaded people we got. They number one airheads. New York, on deck, New York airheads. Listen, they think shit like that be cute. Go jump out in the water, swimming in that old nasty trash here, and get out there trying to kiss a whale, all that. Only y'all get ate up because y'all don't want no draw. You'll never find a nigga get attacked that well draw. It's always white folk that don't well draw and don't wash their hands. None of the people get ate up. That's the animal why they eat them. I'm trying to help y'all out. Stay away from these people. Keep your kids out their water. Let these folk go. Keep them out these summer pools. Let them have them. Because eventually all that stuff going to backfire on them. If the pool work now, why it wasn't working last year? They won't let them get in it. They need now because everybody complaining lost money. Disney losing money, amusement park losing money, Whitewater losing money, beaches are losing money, hotels are losing money. They need y'all back in the water. Even if you die, they need the economy back. All they're gonna do is the same thing they did with the missing and murdered kids in Atlanta, just don't publicize it. The kids never stopped getting kidnapped and killed. All they did was just stop publicizing. That's how they're gonna get you. You think they're gonna tell y'all some real number, tell y'all these people still getting hit with this coronavirus? It's summertime. Then the first time they got people to travel, they thought they were showing people, to get to the airports early. They're going to be packed. They may show you none of these airports that have been packed out, people couldn't get through them. Everybody ain't stupid. People are watching these folks. Y'all better start using y'all head out here. It's time for the so-called Negro to start seeking his Alahym. Let white people have their guards. We're going to serve our Alahym. When have we ever came into contact with these people? I'm not talking about every white person. We're talking about a system. When have these people ever benefited us? When have we ever profited from doing business with them? We never have. Never. If anything, we lost our businesses. That's right. We done trade with them. When we come to the swap out, we always lost. Yep. Did we win with sharecropping? Nope. Did we win with indentured servants? No, sir. I don't know why y'all think something new coming up now. These people doing the same business they've been doing. Yep. Now all of a sudden they want to come up and all that talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Did y'all know the people that's in Greenville didn't even know what happened? Most of them people just found out a few years ago. Oh, I don't know why y'all looking at me. Hell, most of y'all don't even know you're a slave now. That's right. What's the difference? That just show you, I can put you somewhere and condition you, and you don't even know what's going on with you. Now you know who having to tell the story? White people. The black people story, they got people that had the information. They left the city. They left Greenville years ago, and they don't even want to talk about it. Look at when they tell them about it. When you got what, 3, 4 survivors left? Yeah. At 8 years old? How much did you really know at 8 years old? How much could you really explain from 8 years old? When you were 8 years old? It only happened for a few days. Right. So what's your real knowledge? Bliss. Small at maximum. You don't really know what you're talking about. And that's how white people are going to discredit their story. They're going to let them die out, let them go, and you're going to hear it at the hands of white people. White people are going to come back and tell you how they really benefit and help you out. All the stuff. Then the fact that these soldiers, these people keep going, letting their kids go serving the military, they came and bombed them. Yep. They've been doing this stuff. They bombed their own people. Listen, their own country, their own writings came up against them fighting citizens of their country. So what did that tell you niggas what you are? You're not a citizen. You are a victim of America. And as soon as you get it through your thick, brown, stony head, the quicker you'll start thinking, start making provision. We need to be a people providing for ourselves. Yeah. Stop going to white people, asking white people to liberate you. White people are the people that put you in captivity. That's right. It makes no sense for them to let you go. Yep. Don't make sense for you to ask. It makes sense for you to provide your own way. Come on. I got to tell you, every week, listen, you ain't got, this is what people tell you. Hating white, he's teaching hate white people. When have I ever told y'all to hate white people? I never found one message where I ever taught to hate white people. I never taught that. I told you to hate your situation. Right. Now the person that impressed upon the situation on you, you got a right to hate them. Yep. You got a right to dislike them. They hate you for no reason. If you do something wrong to me and you do something against me, I got a right to hate you. Y'all got me. Yes, I don't know why people sit around. Ask these folk to go and kiss and hug the Taliban. Go and ask these white people why they don't like ISIS. They'll tell you why. September 11th. We will never forget it. Hell, I got date that predate before that and stuff that's still happening now. I got shit that happened to us before September 11th, and I got shit still happening today. And guess what? We will never forget it. That's right. Now they go, that's not America. White people can always hate who they want to hate. When you hate your situation, you hate wrong against you, then you wrong. You need to pray. Why white folk don't pray? If Jesus worked to the vulnerability, what they saying, won't they let Jesus go there and recruit and save those people in Iraq? Right. Right. Won't they let Jesus go fight for them in Afghanistan? That's right. Because white people know Jesus is a figment of your imagination. That's right. That's right. That's what they use to oppress you. When they get through, they're going to leave Jesus over there. Yep. Guess when they're going to leave Jesus? Listen when they're going to use him. After they bombed, after they raped, after they murdered, after they arrested all them people, then they give you Jesus. Jesus for people with no hope and no brain. That's who you give it. You insult my intelligence and try to give them to me. I'm much too smart. That's right. Look when they give them to you. Why they don't give them to you when you're at the top of the chart? That's right. White people came with Jesus. Jesus was a savior. What you come and take us for? That's right. Isn't that right? What you take us for? What you kidnap and rape us for? Yeah. If you were doing so well with Jesus, why you had to leave Spain to come and rape Africa for gold? That's right. Because he didn't benefit them then. Right. They had it first. The Spaniards had him. The Italians had him. The Greeks had him. All these people done had him and made their figment of their imagination and gave it to us. And now we come along and take their book and dissect it and show them, let's root back to where everything started from. Yeah. We can't get a predate before we met you about Jesus. That's right. We go to your 1611 and Jesus not even recorded. Not even there. All of a sudden they're going to tell niggas that he would walk around and all the way, hey, Jesus. Good morning, Jesus. Jesus, you got any fish? Where did all this happen at? Cocaine is a powerful drug. See how it even affects you after you get off of it and leave? See, we gotta always get our people to a consciousness. We gotta stop letting people make a fool of us. We're the people getting shot. We're the people getting falsely arrested. We're the people getting beat. We're the people getting tasered. We're the people that are going to suffer the most from the coronavirus. All of a sudden, when it was white people and Asian people with it. They told us originally we couldn't catch it. They did everything they could to make sure they infected us with it. Same thing they did with syphilis. When white people apologize for getting syphilis to us? How about the people, they say they apologize, they say they made good. What about the women they had sex with while they had syphilis? What about the women that were impregnated with kids and had syphilis? So you don't even really know the real effect of how this affected over the course of a generational time. Right. And how it's still affecting us. How many people that didn't even know they had it? Right. and transmit to other people. And then how you didn't know this, just like they told with coronavirus, it's mutated. How do we know this disease didn't mutate? How we didn't know that this disease didn't actually just stay dormant? And then it will reappear itself later on and come out into another disease. Because the same people gave it to us, also the people gave us the cure. Go figure. What is the purpose of infecting black people with a disease, then coming and giving them a cure? How much sense did that actually make? What is the purpose of capturing people of color and then letting them free? It's the psyche of making you think you're free. Don't you know that most of the stuff they practice on, they practice on rats? How the hell you going to equate a rat to a man? You tell me the facts of what you said, the dynamics of what happened to a rat from your experiment is what you use to solidify what you're going to do to me? I'll say it again. We need to stop eating from them. Pull your kids out of their school system. Let the shit crash. You hadn't learned nothing. School hadn't did nothing but deframe our kids in a way. Now, did I say let your kids sit home and do nothing? No. Y'all niggas hear what you want to hear. I never said it. Our kids need to be educated. They need to know about how oppressive the system is. Right. Then we need to create a system that will work for them, that favors them, right, that gives them real opportunity and advancement. These black organizations not doing it. When you see the NAACP come out and do something for it, they come out when somebody gets shot. Right. You don't know when you ever see these groups, when it's time to make money. Yep. You only usher these groups out in the time to make money. What community y'all seen the NAACP in? Rainbow Push and whatever, all the whatever, National Action Net. When you see these people out doing something? Funding what? They give you that paperwork and shoot that shit and tell you what they've done. You ain't seen it. That's like the United Negro College Fund. How many of y'all went to school out of the United Negro College Fund? All right, how many of y'all niggas? Well, hell, you need to start putting on your application because you got some money out there floating around. I know they're going, there you go again. They'll tell them, why they call them nigga? Nigga, derogatory word. No, nigga is what they took from Negus. This is what told you was an emperor. It's just fact that they could take something that's how they work. You know, can y'all imagine? We say, man, nigga, what you up to, nigga? And that wouldn't be the nigga, that wouldn't be derogatory. But then we would take it, nigga, I'll kill you. Now you're using it to demean, but the whole time the word was a positive word because it identified emperors. Ruler. Anytime I see you have other religions, they'll come in, they'll greet each other as king. What's going on, king? Not the king. This already, we're both recognizing both our status. Then we understand there should be a mutual respect. I came to him and tell how you doing, king? That's what I'm saying. Wait, oh, nigga, who you calling a king? Nigga, you better call me a ruler. I'll kill you. So we start the conversation out positive. So that drop the heightened alert or let's hurt, let's take, let's kill, let's destroy one another. And they took something that was positive and they turned it and now it's the most positive. Nigga, oh, don't you say that. You know how many of us died? Dr. King marched for nigga. When Dr. King marched for the word nigga? Dr. King never even marched in Atlanta. All this stuff y'all got, Dr. King never marched in Atlanta. Where y'all people getting y'all information from? Man, live right here. He never marched in Atlanta. He ain't finna mess up your money tree. It's just like anybody else tell you, you don't never shit where you eat. Whatever you see with it, boy, he gonna shit right beside it. You tip off in them woods somewhere. You run off somewhere. Oh, Atlanta 11. That's Atlanta tell. Oh, that's tight. That hurt they feeling. They feeling hurt. What y'all thought Martin did here in Atlanta? Where you live at? Right off of Auburn Avenue. We ain't have no causes right here. SCLC headquarters right there on Auburn Avenue. Yeah. What Martin did here in Atlanta? I missed that one. Let me tell you something, all these people. This had to be fun. They don't tell them. I thought Smith ain't gonna leave them alone. Yeah, I tried to. It's just the truth about it. I try to leave these people alone. I just like the truth. That's just being honest. Until you start realizing your situation, you gotta watch everybody, including me. Who really working for your cause? Let's just be honest. What do you need? How many of y'all here need a voting right? How many of y'all here need money? How many of y'all need opportunity? How many of y'all need a front seat on a damn bus that don't want your black ass on it? What the hell you marching for it for? How many of y'all need relief from your life being taken by the hands of police or false arrest and imprisonment? How many of y'all need to sit at the front counter of a white establishment restaurant that don't want your black ass in there? Raise your hand. What you marching for?
That's right.
Where you get your causing from?
Yeah.
How much did that put in your pocket? What the hell I need to drink out of water fountain that a white man drink out? They don't want me to drink out of.
Right.
You can have that one.
That's right.
They made you run behind something. How many of y'all need to drink out of, be honest, how many of y'all need to drink out of white water fountain that a white man drink? Raise your hand. Justin said, well, I need to. I ain't one of us. So they go one of us. Hadassah said, kind of half and half. But you see what I'm saying? Look at what your cause it meant. Why you didn't march to get your own water fountain?
Yes, sir.
Why you didn't march to get your own bus, Dave? That's business, economics. Let me see. We don't ride their bus for a period of time. Their buses lose money. Won't we take that money that they're losing and create a bus for us?
Yeah.
That's how the double dutch bus was coming in.
Right.
But you niggas wouldn't pay to ride. Man, listen, these folks pull you out. You know, all he did was equip these folks. You know what we need to do? We need to have 2 days when we don't spend no money in no white establishment. So what we gonna do on day 3?
Right.
And day 4? Where y'all get these causes from?
That's right.
Where has that ever affected? Oh, stop it. What y'all want? I had 2 days of none of your business. And now all y'all niggas here on the 3rd day hell and buying triple what you would have bought in 2 days. Y'all done showed me. What y'all want to let freedom ring? Let freedom ring from the hill of Stone Mountain. Yeah. How many of y'all need to go to Stone Mountain?
Nope. No, sir.
So if it ring hell, you wouldn't hear it anyway.
That's right.
What you sit on top of Stone Mountain listening for a bell to ring for?
Yeah.
That ain't your rock, that's their rock.
That's right.
Let them have it.
Yep.
Get out of stock and press it, trying to force yourself on somebody. They don't want you.
Don't want you.
That's the purpose of creating your own. When you're disrespecting a business, you don't keep going and you don't keep sitting around and you support a business that disrespects you. America is a business. Yes. Why are you supporting something that doesn't care about you, that doesn't want you, and doesn't serve you correctly? Poor niggas. That's why, not economically, but mentally. See, the first thing we have to do is learn how to value ourselves without the side of a dollar bill. This is what made us. This don't make us. This don't make us. I got to get these so I can be somebody, so people will recognize me. This is white people phobias that they gave us. You need this in order for somebody to respect you and for you to be somebody. Then they made up other papers called degrees and high school diplomas and masters and doctrine you get so people respect you, so you can advance, so you can move. See, you came into somebody's system that operates different than your system because this never made you in our system. Never made you in the system we have. Your credibility. Our system was set up on honor. Our people were hunters, survivors, and planners, and you respected a person by even appearance. You were told you were supposed to rise in the sight of somebody who got billions of dollars. Because you had to acknowledge a man or a woman that had spent that much time on the rocks. Naturally, they had experience. They had knowledge about things. So you gave honor to these people because they've been around. Now you take your old people and you ship them off in the homes and institutions. We got that from white people. Ain't smell your mother was sick when you were growing up on it. You remember y'all took her to the nursing home? Y'all had to give her to the nursing home now? What y'all took her to the hospital and let them, went there and y'all seen about and let them take care of? Where your mama stayed at? At home. Wow. You remember Uncle Ted when you were a little boy, y'all used to take them to the nursing home, older people got rid of them? We took care of our own. People made it. You know what happened? You had families with insurance. Back then they would come along. Insurance, if you had a $1,500 policy, that was a lot of money. People weren't profiting off of people's death. Now we set up and we said, it take hunting. One person died now, nigga died. We'll put more money on a nigga than he was when he was living. Now what you think my whole caring for you to keep living? Yes. Every day they, please Jesus. If you're real Jesus, can you get them in the next 5 minutes? I got some stuff I need to buy next week. I got some, okay, it is. That's it. That's how they got it. So now people are not as valuable. Now, let me tell you something. White people should be like that with their people. White people had feeling, man, they were non-emotional. White people buried in 2 days, then we learned later on they turn black. That's why y'all put them in the ground quick. But white people put them away, it be like, man, and they get all these loads of money, so it's like, really been waiting on you to die. So we've taken on that same care for our versus we wanted you to live. That was the purpose of giving you the care. As long as we want you to be comfortable till you transition, got up. Now we got just like white people. We don't care about our elder, our old. They used to get rid of their old people. Throw them away, ignore them. Didn't have any respect for them. For us, we kept them because that was our years. That was our knowledge. That was our information. But you played the game of, I want to be white and I want to be smart. And you showed you was a real dummy. Huh? Remember when Lamont went to get married? His uncle talked to Uncle, he said, boy, that girl left you up that altar. He said, you look like a real dummy. You look like a real dummy. That man left you sitting at the altar. See, I had to tell y'all this stuff. Every time we come together, I got to keep reiterating the same thing because I don't ever need y'all to get comfortable. I don't let you get comfortable. I don't need you to think your degree going to float you out here and get, because you're going to run in the stumble. They're going to tell you, say, you know you're a nigga. And I don't want your heart to be broken and you be torn down. I can't believe it. I've gone through the schools and I work harder than them. And you ain't going to never be nothing. The fact that they teach you that you're in a system and you got to be, let me see, twice or 10 times as smarter, work twice or 10 times harder. Why are you in that system? Why am I in a system? I just made that saying up. You ever heard that before? Have anybody ever heard that before? Yes, you got to be twice as smart or 10 times as smart. You got to work twice as hard or 10 times. Have y'all ever heard these saying before? They tell that to white people. Wait, is Justin here? Oh, ask him to help me out with him. He left. See, ask a white man. We'll ask a white man when he come back. We'll ask him. Now, I don't know. We'll ask him, did his mother tell him he got to work twice as hard? Did he have to be 10 times smarter than us? Your parents tell you that. So you already walk out already knowing you've been demeaned. You already walked out knowing you're behind. And you struggle and you're going to break yourself and hurt yourself trying to get in front of somebody when they look at it. Listen, they told you that because we told them that. I need to get shit done. If I can get you to work twice, listen, most of these black folks in here, they work for corporation and company. Tell me I can see. So anyway, I got you. But they pretty much teach you that and they make you work. Most of y'all have worked for poor Yosha. We got her Yosha. We finally get her to got the braid, the guts to go ahead and quit her job. They were killing them. You know how they get you? They come in and keep wiping out departments. They don't wipe out departments and take departments work. They take department work, say this, we need to get this done. Let me see. Shit wasn't getting done with the department. You finna give me all this shit and you need it done when? At least tomorrow? Now I'm stressed. Now I'm depressed. Now I'm not getting no sleep. Listen, we used to get good sleep before we got with these people. Most of us now, we don't get good sleep. Your sleep is more with torment, especially when you're working a job. Because you know you go back there, they finna break you. That white man gonna try to see just what it take to crack you and take it. They wanna say when your breaking point. Till you stroke out, they say, I guess you weren't strong as we thought. Then they gonna pass your job on to somebody else. That's just, man, just ask you a question. I mean, we had this conversation, I don't think so. Did your parents ever talk, you raised with your mom and father and most of the mom or whoever, but you know, anyway, you're familiar with all those grandmother on both sides, your father, mother. Do you remember when your mom, dad, grandma, and them used to tell you, Justin, you gotta work twice as hard out here in order for you to make it? You remember they said you're gonna have to be 10 times smarter than these black people in order for you to make it. Hold on for a minute, You say you got a mama and a daddy? Yeah. And a grandmama. And you got both your grandparents who still living. Did they ever used to talk to you at all? They used to just walk past you. They talk. So you remember how important you say, Justin, do you know out here in America, in order for you to make it, you're gonna have to be twice as smart as the next one. You're gonna have to work 10 times harder as the rest of them in order for you to make it, so they'll respect you. You remember that conversation, don't you? No, sir. Must just be nigger talk. Yep, nigger talk. But how many of y'all remember this conversation? I know Justin and one person. Why Justin parent didn't tell him that? He in the same America you in. And you'll pay that same saga to your kids. Versus, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to make sure, I'm going to push twice as hard to make sure I keep you from having to fall on that psyche. I'm going to push 10 times as hard to try to pull you out and put you somewhere where you got a fair chance. Yeah. If you work twice as hard or 10 times as smart, let it be because that's a choice you've made and you're trying to accomplish something. Not because you've already been put the psychosis in your mind that you ain't going to be nothing. This man will go to work and this woman will go to work for 8 hours a day and jack off for half of that time and still run and do other stuff and have coffee breaks and cigarette breaks. He made them mandatorily give him in 15-minute breaks. We never had years ago when I was coming along and still get ahead of you. Raises, advancement, all different types of benefit they're going to get. What benefit do you get from it? If you know that we break down quicker now. We're breaking down quicker. Because of the pressure they put on. One of them we got to free our minds. Yeah. Yeah. See, it makes a difference. My mother work, I ain't nobody future. They just work. That's what you do. Am I correct? What you do? You was out there working, little boy. You started working when you was a young man. Uncle Ted, little boy. You remember you was out there working. I'm working for my future, build for my future. So when I grow, I could be somebody. I can advance, and I can set something up for myself and for the generational wealth. You remember you used to talk like that when you was a little boy? They didn't know nothing about it. All they knew how to do was work. That's all they knew. Most of us, all they knew was work. That's what you do. You just work. You work till you die. We never saw that. Listen, all this retirement stuff came up later for our people of color. When they parents were coming, you remember your dad was working, he was saying, at 61, I'm going to retire. And then I'm going to start drawing my 401k and my profit sharing. And then, you know what I'm saying, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave all y'all some of it, and y'all take this business I created for y'all, and when I retire, for all them folks, listen, you had them folks work till they died. That was kept out there. They worked till they died. They couldn't put no age on it. When they work till they couldn't work on. Gonna work till they can't work no more. Gonna work till they ain't work no more. That's all they knew. And guess what? The average you, that's all you know. Because you go out here and you don't really have a plan. There has to be a plan. Nobody goes out here and do what we're doing. Do you know that's already a system of failure? Most of these kids are going to school. You know why? They're unattentive. You know why they wind up dropping out or they wind up falling behind? They don't have no plan. You get there, 8 o'clock, I got to go I hate my first period. She let, and that's the plan. You go ahead, I hate my first period. I'm trying to make it the third period. Then lunch comes. Then after lunch, I ain't got but 2 more periods and I'm out of here. That's your plan? You just skating through. We got to give them a plan. You understand why you're here. We need to handle, if you're going to leave them here, we need to handle their schedule. Because we have to dictate their future. We don't want to lose them. The school system is designed to lose our kids. Well, I don't want to hear that. Yes, sir. We're going to put it all on the teacher. One person with 33 students responsible for making sure every one of these kids get it. One person for 33 students, 28 students, 26 students. Make sure everybody get it. One kid can disrupt and pull away from everybody else in there. Now we need this teacher to learn how to redirect and educate at the same time. First of all, we need people that care about people that look like us. We need people that understand people like us. Y'all got people that for the betterment of them. I'm just being honest with it. When I came over here, teachers, they were more caring because they had kids. It was rare. When I first came, it was rare you ever found a teacher didn't have no kids. It was rare. Teachers had kids back then. Most of them were old. Now you got kids. People now that teaching 21 years old here. You right here the same age of the kid. You ain't here trying to flaunt mouth gold out, trying to look like a damn pimp with the kid, trying to sit out here and look like a gangster with the kid. We never seen no stuff like that. Right. All our teachers were old, ancient, nasty. I remember one time I seen one of my teachers and started damn near died. I said, I thought you couldn't leave the school. You ain't never, when I came, you ain't know what their car was. You ain't see them in no car. And you never saw them in the bathroom. So you imagine you walking in your teacher, shitting. This had just crashed your whole world. I thought you lived in here with a blackboard and a ruler and this desk. I didn't know you go nowhere. I know you disappear and come back sometime. But I didn't know where you were going. I thought you went to a teacher world somewhere. So we didn't even know they were human. But they were more concerned about, and they had a parenting type skill. See, when you're trying to educate people, you got to have a parenting type skill to go along with it, because you got to know how to redirect kids and how to direct them. You got people here, they just don't have the skill level for it. That's just being honest. You got to have that caring for them. Just like we get here into a white oppressive government, they don't care about us. What are we expecting? Do y'all want to talk about this? No, don't talk about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, this is where your girls will be. They'll be in the clubs, counting on some man to marry them who got money. We need to get that ideology out of our women. You don't need a man to survive. You don't have to marry a man to pay your bills. You don't have to be demeaned and disrespected so you can have somebody be over you. Somebody to take care of you and pay your bills. You need to first learn how to survive for yourself so you'll know what type of man you need. You'll know what expectation you have from that man and for that man. You know what kind of expectation you have for yourself. You need ambitions and goals for yourself, not just with the man. The first thing our women do, keep thinking a man is the answer. But if you're not good with yourself and you're not secure with yourself, all you're going to do is add more burden and responsibility on an insecure, unintelligent female. I got to educate y'all on that. Just like these men, you need to learn how to take care of yourself before you get your wife. Something happen to your wife, fall ill, fall dead, take off, whatever, you still got to know how to survive. Everybody need to first learn how to survive for themselves before you start trying to learn how to survive for somebody else. If you're not a good survivor by yourself, give them to somebody else, you're either going to pull them down or they're going to take you down even further. That's just being honest. You guys get an opportunity where y'all get to come here and sit down. You get taught about stuff, real situation, real information. You know what I'm saying? And you can see this for yourself if it's beneficial or not. Let me tell you what happened. You don't be careful. A man will sound and load you up with babies just so he can keep you trapped. Well, here you going with 6, 7, 10, 15 kids. That's it. I ain't got a car to worry about where you at. Where you going? By the time you part them up in your car to go somewhere, wherever you going, closed. Out of business. That's just being honest. And you don't know how to maneuver and take care of yourself. How you gonna maneuver with kids? All they do is put you in a failing and a struggling situation. And before you know it, it'll break you down from who you are. I'm just being honest with y'all. A lot of stuff, women getting stuck, and then we look at now, our women aren't even built the same way. I wouldn't say you weaker, it's just the way a lot of time of the rearing or how they've done things, it's a lot of essential things you miss on how to be a girl first. First thing a little girl do, put on a little ass dress. Put on some little polish on her nail. Ain't putting no shit like on no kid coming on. Your ass needs some barrettes in your head. You need some ribbons on the end of your hair. You need some dressing, and you need them little shoes when you kick a boy, he hit the damn ground. You need them white socks come up your leg down to your knees. Look like Pippi Longstocking. That's the first thing just being honest. Now, first thing coming on, little girl like she grown. Man, we start out, little barrettes. You need them 2 plaits right here and 1 in the back. You need your dog with 1 arm. Little handicap ass. Can't around like that. You need that little handicap dog. We're going to pop the arm out. All that stuff you need. Well, these things right here are essential because they teach you. We got, listen, everything we're doing, you got, man, we coming on, girl, you had the whole little thing, little sink, little oven, little setup, the whole little thing. These little things you need, though. They started to prepare a mind on what she do. And now how to take care of baby. First thing we do, you had none of these skills, then we met around and let something pop out your leg that's real. Now it done broke it down. Every time you have one here, you got to take them to a mental hospital now. Because you know what? It depresses you. I mean, most of the breakdown, it's like, I ain't been trained for this. I don't know the press, so wasn't it I freak out and I died over my damn self. Right. When the truth of the matter is, you lost key skills. Little boy getting something, he need a little lawnmower. They had a little thing you push it, little fake little thing be turned around inside there. He need to learn shit like give him a little hammer. Right. Give him a little tool belt, all that you need. Right. Get around the house, you need to know how to fix something. Right. Yes, sir. Instead of tearing shit up. Yeah. All this is essential. This little stuff you got from, these little tunkers, all this stuff, you need it. It's essential. Yeah. Teacher, this is stuff that men do. This is stuff that boys do. You start to give them so you transition them. So when they get to adulthood, they get older, they don't go back to Michael Jackson later on, won't play with no damn gorilla. That's right. No, there ain't no damn monkey this tall. That's a gorilla, boy. Crazy that thing, he got a monkey. That's not no monkey. When you can sit on his lap, he can't sit on yours. That's a gorilla. So I had to talk like that to teach our people. See, what we start looking at, we look at a man, how he dress, he get his hair cut, that's a man. That's not a man. Hell, you can do that to a mannequin. So all this stuff, what I'm telling y'all, this is essential for us. That's why it's important for us to create this nation. Because we don't take our people and go back to fundamentals, we're going to lose them. We're going to lose them. Y'all hear me? It's stuff we got to teach them, just like they kids. You teach them. Keep up, the little girl coming in, you say, where your dog at? They say, huh? Where your dog? Go get your baby. You make them go, how many of y'all remember stuff like that? They out there, little girl look like that. Go get your baby. You know what you teach them? How to keep up with your child. You see her as a grown woman now. Where your child? Huh? So I seen this shit before. I seen it before. Keep up with your daughter. You don't drag her. Wrap her up. Put her to bed. Feed her. All this stuff you got to teach them so they'll learn how to deal with kids. People, this ain't no magical potion that come up and teach you this. This is experience. This stuff we got to start learning from a child. Now, you know what happened now? Everybody abandoning the kids. It ain't nothing for a mother abandon her kid, let them go now. She ain't got that caring system. Mama get them, baby these girls too much, instead of teaching her these stuff. Soon as she can, they can start asking shit, doing shit. Come on here and wipe these dishes. Yep, right. Come here and crank this stove. I mean, listen, y'all got to remember, how old were you when you was able to cook a meal? Full meal, 30 good. I ain't know she gonna say 6 or 7. These kids burned down the house down in 3 months. So you gotta figure out, 13 years old can cook a whole meal. Them folks make cornbread and collard green, nothing, because they were preparing. The mother come out, they look and listen, you gotta jump on this now. Yeah. I gotta teach you. They look at women getting married. Now we wait the woman get 20-some years old, start teaching her about how to be a woman, how to be it's too late. At critical skill level, she done already lost. And by the time she catch on, get on, the damn kid grown and gone. Now she trying to tell another kid when she didn't never get it, and that kid done already took off and she never got the rear, and all we doing is just keep walking through a cycle where we losing our homes. Right. That's just being honest. Man, we got to teach them other than going through a damn drive-through how to order. There ain't no parenting skill. Go and get no damn high seat punch and putting a little water in it. They laugh, they got hit. They done got hit. They think that's a parent. Ain't no damn parenting skill, man. We got to start learning how to get home and how to cook and teach them how to do stuff. Man, we'd eat out. That was a weekend thing. That Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, you had a Christian meal. Roast beef, collard green, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, the real one too. Man, you had to have a meat. You had to have your start to have your shit together. That was Sunday. Sunday, y'all know how many of y'all remember that? Man, you kid, man, let me tell you something. Unheard of that your black ass gonna be on a McDonald's or went on Sunday? You devil? Man, you wasn't going up there on Sunday? But something magical had to happen in y'all life. Man, on Sunday, my mama cooking that Saturday night, getting that thing ready. Sunday we come to church, crank that stove, that thing warmed up. Y'all know what y'all eat. You waiting on that thing. Now the microwave done did what? They came in and hurt us. Not just because it destroyed the food, it didn't teach you patience. We didn't even know it was taking long. We just learned that what you had to wait on. You pull out them damn black eyed peas, man, like they were frozen in ice. Mom put that thing on the stove, she knew what to do. Let heat a bit, come and stir it, break them things up. They were fresh and hot. Think mama just cooked them. Roast beef look like it got down, a plate of Arctic ice around it. Where them froze up that gravy, she put that thing up, break it down, be fresh. Yeah. That's a skill level you gotta have. This stuff y'all need to learn. These little girls, how many little girls know how to cook? Brand, you know how to cook? She know how to cook, Gabby? She can bake. That's good. Gabby, what you know how to cook? Who? And where you cook, in the stove or the refrigerator? She talking about a lot of stuff. Naomi said she know how to cook. You know how to cook. She learned. That's what, you know what? These skills that we got to start teaching them young. Let me tell you something why I tell y'all young ladies, and what are y'all young men, you don't ever want to get in a situation where you stuck with somebody because you don't know. You always want to get in a situation because that's something you chose. A lot of people have gotten into marriage and relationship because they were forced into it. I can't survive, I can't make it, so I got to make allegiance with somebody to help me make it. Now you're not in a relationship because of your care. You're in it because you're depending on somebody. And that doesn't make for a good relationship. So you always want to walk in a relationship with your independence first. So we already established something. You didn't get me off no street. I wasn't eating out no garbage can when I met you. You didn't get me and I had one shoe. Isn't that right? So I expect to keep 2 shoes now. Because I get it from my damn self. I'm trying to help y'all out now. That's how you want to, y'all want to be good mother. Make sure you raise your daughter like that. Learn how to teach her already independent. She get in a relationship so a man already know the standard. So you see what I'm wearing now, right? Before we get together, I want to try that shit like you done got this now when I got, like I got when I got with you now. I want you to show you now, I was already providing for myself. So you can already cook and how to provide for, now these women, they don't have to do nothing. Just put on some toilet water, throw on a little shit, man, get in there, he learn later on, he done got something, can't do nothing. Same thing, and then get these guys too, because you look good, haircut, and you get and realize you just got mama boy. Yep, that's right. You just got mama boy. He can't do nothing, he ain't got no creativity, he ain't got no imagination, he ain't got no going, no unk, and no spontaneity by himself. And now you stuck. Trying to tell y'all now, you don't want to get stuck, you got in there. A lot of folks come to me and ask me about marriage. A lot of them, they won't come to me. Like Yahudah said, they won't come unto me. People don't want to know the flat truth. You get out here, man, it's survival. It's survival. It's real deal out here. And all you got to do is get a, let me tell you how sensitive these kids are now. The slightest little thing now, these damn kids turn to serial killer. Slight little thing they get, don't get them a toy. This shit be 20, 30 years later. That toy done messed them up. They can't get married, they cutting up shit and tearing up shit. You know what I'm saying? Wrecking car. Well, man, one time when I was 6 months, I ain't get that toy. You're like, are you serious? I thought you molested somebody being here with this toy. These kids right here, they totally different now. PlayStation done set them off. You know what I'm saying? So we got to teach our kids the word no. No means not no. Oh, you running me crazy. No. You got to teach them no that got that. I'm just being honest. You got to teach them that. They'll learn. It's going to be for their betterment. You're going to stand in this system, then you got to teach them how to make it through him. Because they're going to hear a lot of that out here. From people that don't look like them and from people that look like them. Y'all sit right here, you give your kids everything, and everything, no, they ain't got a rape charge. No means no. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all look kind of, I don't know, look like kind of disfigured a little bit. But I don't know what I'm going to tell y'all about it. Then you got to teach them how to clean their body.
Right.
All that stuff, that part of it, I tell y'all too, y'all learn how to watch and take care of your body. That's a sign that you take care of yourself. When you take care of something, that means you got to care for it. That's something you want to always learn. If you care about it, then you care about what happens to it. You care about what you put in it. You care about who you're associated with. When you, man, let me tell you something. A lot of people, I was a big fornicator. Some of these guys be lying. I know they ain't got no record of that. I tell you, you shake their hand, it just greases. You're not no fornicator. I know what you're doing. But that's your business. That's your business. I just shake my hand. Yeah. Man, how you be fornicating? Yeah, I know. I know. Damn thing that slips straight through like that. Don't even worry about it. I know what you got going on. But a lot of things you do because you don't care about yourself. That's just being honest. You know, you don't really understand it till you learn. We got to teach our people how to respect themselves. When you respect yourself, then you're mindful of how people talk to you, and you're mindful of what people do to you. Because you know what they have? All these are called signs of disrespect. If I watch and I take care of myself and I nurture myself and I look at what I associate myself with and what I get myself into, then I'm going to be mindful about what people try to bring to me and what people try to offer me or give me. You got me? Because I had to take that as a sign of disrespect, especially if you know I do that. See, for us, we don't even know what respect is because we don't know how to respect ourselves. Before you try to get somebody else to love you and care about you and nurture you, you need to learn how to love and nurture yourself first. That's just being honest. That's stuff you have to learn over the course of time. A lot of stuff we'll think nurturing and caring. When we're talking about nurturing, we're not talking about, that's not nurturing. When your hand's slipping through like that, that's not taking care of yourself. That's some stuff you're doing, abusing yourself. Yeah. So you got to learn how to even discipline your body to teach your body that there's certain acts and there's certain things you don't do. That's being honest. You want to teach yourself discipline. Because you got to remember, it's a lot of stuff the world doing. Everybody opening up to it. People were complaining about it. They had this little cartoon somebody sent where they teaching these kids now about it's okay to masturbate and do all this stuff and feel yourself. You didn't know your body, but you need to have a discipline. Right. Y'all got it? Right. And discipline comes in that sometimes when you want stuff, discipline says it's not beneficial. I've been places, I saw somebody was going to buy it. It was about $9,000 going to get it. But I said, you know what? I don't need it. I disciplined myself. I said, I don't want to get it. And they were sitting there looking, and I saw she was looking. She thought I was talking. I said, shit. I ain't lying. I put my bank account. I said, that's my bank account. I ain't lying. I showed it to her. I said, because I don't want you to think I'm sitting here talking. She said, oh, okay. I ain't lying. Listen, I ain't telling you no lie. She seen them numbers. My shit got commas. I sure had commas. I ain't have no one on it either. Wasn't no one comma. Ain't that 10 or 20. I just wanted to just show her. I could see she would look at me like I was playing around with her. I said, I put on account. I said, that's my bank account. She said, oh. I said, yeah. I said, I'll go ahead and pay it. So you want to learn how to sometimes discipline yourself to say, although you can, you don't. Right. Same thing with masturbation. Same thing with fornication. So I had a big problem. I couldn't say no. I said, yes, yes. Or fornication, why not? You can do it, go ahead and do it. Then you start learning about discipline yourself. You start realizing you disrespect yourself. Right. You give yourself over to somebody, I don't even know nothing about you. I'm engaging in something while I'm interlocking my body with you, and that's a lot of risk involved. Yeah. You getting pregnant, me getting a disease, you getting a disease. So we talking stuff could be life ending. Yeah. Then it doesn't say a whole lot about you just keeping yourself and being able to say no to stuff. I taught about you to go in the store, you to see stuff before had that food, you be asking around, some folks said, excuse me, you said, oh, no, how you just stop right here? I've been waiting on you to ask me because I couldn't. Then I started learning you know how a lot of stuff actually correspond together? I started learning because you cooking is daddy free, it don't mean I got to have it. I can say no to it. Just like you can say no because somebody offered you legal sex. Folks worry about, you just don't want to get caught with rape. You don't want to get caught up with giving your body over to somebody when it's not a mutual and it's not the right situation, like a husband and a wife. Because now we're interlocking into a contract, an agreement for life. Now, yeah, people can default on it later, but I went in with the intent on I was giving you everything, you would give me everything, and it's exclusive. Right. Because you go, hypothetically, go meet her, then her start banging her. Then I see her out there with, what the hell you doing, hoe? Man, you was just, what was I expecting? Right. How long it took me and her to hook up? Yeah. Right. Why was I thinking she wasn't going to be with nobody else? Yeah. And the same thing with her, when she want to trip on me, she see me with somebody else. Because you don't have an agreement. Right. See, that's the same thing Mr. Yahudah look at when it comes down to us. He not finished just do no one night stand. He said, well, me and you together, they're for the long haul. We're in a contract. Yes, sir. But if you can't understand that physically for yourself, how you going to actually get a spiritual relationship with him? You ain't got the discipline. You ain't got the willpower to stop, to pull away, to stop doing what you're doing now. Then he's going to ask you to do some stuff that's going to totally cause you to disannul relationship with everything and everybody. And you got to be able to discipline yourself to be able to do that. In order for him to engage in you in a contract saying, this is me and you forever. Oh, that's tight. That's why I try to teach y'all about you can see something here. No, thank you. You can want it, but you know what you're doing? You're teaching yourself. Every time I want something, I just get it. That's a bad sign. Yeah. You shouldn't. It should be some things you should say no to. That's right. Just for the sake, when you start opening yourself to everything I want, I give myself everything, then you get yourself out of control. You need to have a discipline. Y'all got me? Be able to want something and say no. No, I'm not going to give it to myself. It's enough. I got to teach myself to bring you got to be able to bring yourself in subjection. Not no, stand down, Gilmore told you, hell, what, stand down. You don't need nobody to tell you that. That was a former pastor from way back. Then he passed. And he went on the sideways. He go up, so you go sideways. But anyway, that's how important it is for us to look at this. This is what this book is about. It's about teaching people discipline. Y'all got it. You need that. Martial art is about discipline. It's about discipline. Everybody want to jump and start fighting. A lot of it about discipline. They give you a series of things you have to do. You say, man, I ain't been doing that. I just want to do it. That's why you're not going to get it, because you're not disciplined. Everything's about discipline. What Mr. Yahudah gave it, it's about discipline. Everybody want the Ruach HaKodesh, don't we? Yes. Well, first you got to learn discipline. It's disciplines you got to do. People try to grade up and move up and martial out the other belt. First, you got to make sure you master the first series. Man, I remember we were coming along. Shit, all we want was a black belt. That's the only thing I heard about. Man, you might give me no other color belt. I want a black belt. Day you walk in, you want a black belt? Which means you've mastered all of the disciplines up to. Huh? Exactly. People come in this situation where they go to church, mosque, synagogue, wherever they go, and they are looking to achieve their greatness when you hadn't even mastered what it takes to even get there. You got what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that I tell about, because these are forms of discipline, you have to master first. Because a lot of things he's going to ask you to do are going to correspond, or they're going to be related to what you have to do from a natural standpoint. It makes no sense to teach you about nothing spiritual when you don't even understand what's natural first. Do you live in the spirit? You live in the natural. So you got to understand how to operate here first. Okay. All right, we'll get ready. Come on, good gentlemen. Y'all know this. Do what you do. Business as usual. Get ready to go down, all those that are able. Woo! Boy, that's that bad knee. But at that point, you got but two on which is which. Eternal, which is Alahym. Abba, which is the Father. Hadu, which is thanks. For all you've done, you've given us, and for this opportunity we might be gathered. That we might be an Adah, which is an arm, a congregation, a crowd. Asking you to barak us, which is bestow a gift upon us. Grant us your Ruach HaKadosh, which is your spirit of separation. Grant us an understanding in our lives, which are our minds. Asking you to purify us by your Debah, which is your word. Asking you to make us Kodash, which is separated. Ask you to baraka us according to the Berith that you Shabbat, which is the covenant that you vowed to Abraham, Yatsakak, Yaakov, the Yahudim, and to Yasharal, to their Tuledah, even unto us, which are their generations. And asking you to barak Jerusalem, the city and foundation of peace, the place where Daud dwelt. Asking you to barak your Shamayim and your Sabut, which are the heights, and your armies. Barak your Ra'ah and your Mal'aki, which are your shepherds and your messengers. Barak those we commit to you, and pull out those that seek you in your understanding. Barak those that support your Debar and your Dabarim. Asking you to be our understanding. Asking you to halal us, which is guide us into the Darak, which is the way, unto the Arag, which is the way of life, into a Beth in your everlasting Malkut, which is a home in your empire. We ask you to please look upon us this Yom, which is this day. And those that are watching in, those that are listening, those that are truly seeking your understanding. We ask you to please turn us before it's too late. Please don't hold our past and that which we've done against us and let it hinder us, that we don't be able to dwell in your everlasting habitation. We yakra upon you, which is called upon you, for no other help we know. We seek you to be our succor, which is our yasha. We ask you to search us to see if there be anything that can hinder and cause us to default. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak everlasting, which is the way of life. And as we prepare to move further, we palau, which is we ask that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, which are the praises, the kabud, which is the glory, and the kabad, which is the honor, and the shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. Woo. Here we be. I know as always start at Romans 15:4. This is the Beth Mashiach, where he's gone back and translated it and put it into what's believed to be our language versus the European dialect, and from the Latin and from the Greek. As you can see, this is the Greek. Translating back over to the English. Is the Latin here too? No Latin, okay. The Latin Vulgate, these are books that were written before the King James perversion. Amazing they made all those buy into a 1611 version and made that, and that's supposed to be the authentic version. Amazingly, when there were other translations before James even gave authority for them to write. These are things we need to know. When you sit down, you don't need to be at a disadvantage. If you just had a King James version, you are at a disadvantage, because you definitely don't know enough. See, we've gone beyond. We're looking at everything. We're trying to look at probability. We're trying to look at relativity. All these things are important to us, right? Yes, sir. Hello? Yes, sir. If you're trying to obtain salvation, then it needs to make sense, and you need to understand the plan. That's right. If there is salvation, thousands of religions, I tell y'all this all the time, there are thousands of religions out here. When you sit down, you look at these religions, you got to ask yourself, when people give you stuff and people tell you stuff, where did your religion originate from? When did your religion start? Whose practice was this? A lot of these religions they give you today, these religions couldn't exist because there were people before them that served the Alahym, which is a mighty one, and this religion didn't exist. They said, oh, people were in error. We wouldn't believe that, not when the people who you're claiming are Christians were supposed to be built upon what was established before, right, which is what we're going back to read.
Right.
So these so-called people that come along that are Christians today or call themselves Christian, where did your religion derive from?
Right.
Because when we go back and we look at what was set up, and he told us not to remove the old landmark, they weren't Christians then. So how did you come to play now?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
That's right.
Yahudah, let's see what the word Yahudah means. So let's see why we say we Yahudah. White people tell you we're Jews, which wouldn't make sense anyway.
Right.
Because even the Latin wouldn't even use the Jew, wouldn't even use a J.
That's right.
Nothing they got makes sense. And the fact that you play with these people, and these people sit over here in what they call Israel, these people say make a fool out of you. Yahudah is what they're saying. They put for Jews. Yahudah, they put J. King James will use a J. It doesn't tell us the meaning. So you have to go back to the root, the descendant of Yahudah. So we even look at these folks, see they'll put this J up here. That's how they did this. Oh, wow. Now this was dangerous. Now you see this J, right? This J is dangerous because you see here and they're clearly showing you right here that this is a Y, yard. This is the yard, which is our smallest alphabet. This is the yard. We can prove what we're doing. Now he's come here, and what is he doing? Let me see something. This right here. Who remember this here? Correct. That's right. See, now you're getting intelligent. You're watching them. Now this is what's dangerous. That you're watching this, and you know your alphabet. This is a yard. This is the ha, which is here. The yard is what they call a Y. This is the ha, which they got put as an H. This is the U. You see that? But he did here, so he's doing. He's using Sharik. Sharik is the other U. We talked about that. We use kibbutz. We used kibbutz last night. Those are your two U. Kibbutz. Then you got Sharik. I think it's S-H-U-R. S-H-U. Sharik. I think it's S-H-U-R-E-Q. Is how they spell Sharik. That's what they use. But these are the symbols he used. So he's telling you with the U that the U actually is a U. Then he has you with the doll. Then he told you that the doll has commits, which he told you that an A comes in. Then he gave you the ha, which you already gonna have it because you get the ha is the final form, it's AH of the ha. So this is how he did. But now with this vowel point system he used, he told you that this Y is actually an I. But then he came here and told you that it was Judah. Now which lie are we gonna stay with? See, this don't even make sense even from the state, or when you even look at him using it, if he's going to go with his same, Nakud, that he's going to tell you that your Y is an I. And you ain't that stupid. That's why he's going to tell you it's Israel instead of, he don't want to use the Yah. He don't want to acknowledge it. So he'd rather go with his system and tell you that your Y actually makes an I sound. And this is how he comes in, he tricky. So we got to learn this so we can know exactly where he's coming from. According to, look at 2 Corinthians, the 1st chapter, when Shaul said that we weren't ignorant of unless, see how he'll take advantage of it. He'll come tell you this, just saying Jehu, that's all you're saying, Judah. You see how he come along here and play you? And they gonna come in and give you that E too. Well, that's how they play us. But what is the name? Let's see, what does the name mean? Celebrate it. Y'all see the meaning of this? Celebrate it. Y'all hear that? That's what he told you. That's the meaning of the name. Celebrate it. Y'all got it? See, that's why now we'll look at that since we're there. These are things you need to consider. When these people watch their name, now we'll look up, can we look up, what is it, Cretan? So look at the Christians. Cretan. Yeah, no, we do Cretan. C-R-E-T, oh, that's a Cretan. 1779 from the French Cretan. In the 18th century, from the Alpine dialect, what's this? Christian, a dwarfed and deformed idiot of a type formerly found in the family in the Alpine lands, a condition caused by a congenital deficiency. What's that? Congenital? Let's say congenital. What you said? He got that from his mama's side. Don't worry. Deficiency. Don't mess with them right now. Mess with them wrong. Of the thyroid hormones. The word is of uncertain origin, but many. This all of it. All right, many. Hold on for origin. By many, it has been identified with vulgar Latin, Christianus, Why would you sit around and keep going around here, playing around, and the people keep telling you an idiot? The people telling you a dwarf. That's right. And that's why I be so many fat folks in the Christian religion. The folk getting deformed. I mean, just the fact that people don't say in the Alpine lands. So we look at it and look at these people and what these folk come along and these people tell you, how these people make a fool out of it. But our people don't want to wait to try to sit down and consider this. I don't care what nobody say. I know what I am. You're what they told you because you took that. You can't take a word. If I make up a word called twerp, twerp is a retarded person. Now, you're going to take it and you're going to call yourself a twerp, but that ain't what it means for you. I made the word up. Right. A twerp is a retarded baboon fool. Right. But you finna take all, and you're going to be a twerp, but that ain't what it means for you. Because you and your God. Do you understand this? You really are a Cretan? That's foolishness. How you going to take a word that they created and you're going to make it mean something for you? Right. It's not your word. They'll tell you how it derived, where it came from. And then when the people came along and started saying, well, Christian, people don't even look at it and read the Bible. The Christian was a derogatory term then. It's always meant derogatory. That's right. And yet these people sit here and they're so dumb, they're thinking they actually associate with somebody. There's no way. Okay, let's go. We'll come back over to Romans real quick. We'll look at that since we understand that now. So this is why it's important for us to look at this. 15:4, listen, Romans.
For whatever Nikatab
was written before.
Nikatab for our Alahym.
Was written to teach us.
That we, through endurance.
That's right, patience, endurance.
And the Nakum of the Ketubim.
And through consolation of the scriptures.
Might have your call.
We might have an expected wait. We wait with expectation. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
That's what we're doing. Let's look at something right quick. See that the 49th chapter of the book of, 49th chapter of the book of Barashit. They call it Genesis. Barashit. 49. See if, I don't know. Let's see if it's 8. That's tight. It's 49 and 8. Listen to the book.
Yahudah.
Who?
Yahudah.
You meant Judah?
Yahudah.
Or Ishu? Or, well, there you got an I on there. I don't know how they pronounce that. Idoda. It's Yahudah. Yahudah.
Thou art he whom thy king shall tahala.
Now you see where the name comes from. Now, let me say that. Let's see something. Are they celebrating him because his father said it? Or does the name correspond with it? Right. We're hearing what the Abba is telling them, but does the name correspond with the behavior? We're supposed to celebrate. What's your name here? Edward. I'm not getting a connection. Y'all, I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? But yet, they're going, listen to what their dad is telling them. Yahudah, your Akim shall Tahalim, he put, your Duke. Well, first of all, I'll go with this right here. I do the Yah. He's using the O, so he's trying to tell me something different here already. He's trying to tell me that this is a Kolam, which is a O. He's telling me that the U is a O, or he's trying to turn the Aleph into an O. Okay? So you might be repeating, but you need to stop repeating everything you see or hear. So slow down sometimes. He just looking at it. See, listen, all these people, he's dealing with their vowel point system. They're in the cool system. That's why he's writing like this. So I'll be honest with y'all, I'm going to be a little different than them because he's got enough sense now not to tell now. They got the Strongs, correct? We looked at the Strongs. The Strongs showed you the right. The Strongs showed you the Nakud. The Nakud showed you that this was an I. Did it not show y'all that when y'all looked at it? Why is he using the Y then? Why is he not staying with the Nakud? So he breaks when he wants to break. Then he comes back when he wants to come back. Because if you're going to do it right now, this needs to be an I. So we just saw it when we looked up from the Strong. Strong showed us an I. He did with the Greek. I mean, it's going to make sense because the Greeks are part of your Nakud. So he did that because that's how the Greeks write. So you got to use their system. When you're writing here, it's their system. But he knew right here, I'm not doing it right here. But then, people got their own times when they want to do something. Let me just be flat with everybody. I don't trust everybody. Yeah. I ain't just saying it to say I don't trust all these people. Listen, a lot of these people that get educated, these people put source of information out here for a reason. They know how far they want you to go. So you have to go past a lot of time where these people try to end you out at. Y'all got it? A lot of times you got to remember, these people will give you enough truth, but then they also come in and they'll come in, they're going to add their lies and they're going to put their own system inside of it because their goal is for you not to make it back. So it'll look similar, but you got to be thinking for yourself too. What are we looking at here? Yada.
This is the word for
Yaduke. Yaduke. Yeah, Yaduke. What did you say? Yadak. Is that what he said the first time? You know why y'all, hold on, stop about it. You know why y'all don't remember? Because that ain't what he said. I know what he said. They said he and our pastor, they said, Justin don't move. Hold on, you left his church. I mean, he not his movement. He said trying to yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, your dog. Go ahead, Boston.
Yeah, they have, I think, Talib. They use the dog or the duke on the text that they use right here. Mm-hmm. But when they break the word down, it means the hand to lift up.
No, the hand, yeah. To throw a stone, an arrow, or away. To worship. So this is the root.
Yes, of that word
that he was looking at. And then stroll up, they can see what James renders. Well, we'll say James. I always remember again. Please don't go and tell people King James wrote no book. Don't say it because people gonna know you stupid. Don't do that. King James was only the authorizer. He only gave them the authority to do it. The only way it was believed when these white people came along, they wrote books. Because what y'all need to know, a lot of translators died. They were murdered for doing the translate. They wouldn't, because you couldn't just translate. You couldn't just take the book and translate it. It couldn't happen. You had to have the authority or two, Either had to be the people or Alahym, or it had to be by authority of a king, what they would call a king. That's the only way you could translate it. So a lot of these people, Tinsdale and other people that were writers they had from, I can't even think of names, some of these people, but even writers they had from the Netherlands, Holland, which was under the Greek rule. A lot of these people were murdered for doing what they did, because these people came along, they started trying to translate it and put it back in its original language. So these people, they were murdered for that stuff. Tinsdale and them, because he wouldn't solidify church. See, these people all came back and they wrote these books, and their whole position was trying to secure their position. This stuff y'all didn't know about these people. White people will kill you. White people kill white people for trying to put it back in this language. See, when they gave this book, and just like when you look at the Latin Vulgate when we use it, and the reason we look at it, it was the book for the ignorant. They couldn't read. So all they had was whatever they told them. So now you're able to trace, follow. I let you use that James version you have. We put this up here and I tell you where it's coming from, so nobody fooling you. I'm not trying to trick nobody. How am I trick you? I'm letting you see it. You take my word for it. That's what it is. We'll put up here and let's see that's what it says. Nobody make a fool out of you anymore. You have the right to sit here and look. We see it. I tell you what they symbols mean. Look it up. I tell you how to spell it, so you can see if I'm lying. When I call it, I tell you it's Shiva. It's Karik. I tell you how to spell it so you can look it up. We write the stuff on the board so you can find out for yourself. This is your nafas. You need to know for yourself. No more just repeating what you were told. You need to know it. That's your defense. If you want to build up a defense against ignorant, white people are ignorant. I'm talking to white people that murder and rape us because we got to get an intelligence. They only been able to do it through our ignorance. Right. But now we get an intelligence. Guess what? Now we got a defense. I know how you've been working me. Your Constitution never favored me. Your amendments never favored me. Their Second Amendment, most of y'all for me, how many of y'all remember what the Second Amendment is? Let me see. How many of y'all don't know what it is? The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. That's what you tell white people, and you use the reason you have a gun. Do you know that wasn't written for you? That's right. It was written for militias. The Second Amendment was written so that slave catchers could have guns. They were supposed to do monthly visitation to make sure slaves didn't escape. It gave slave catchers rights to have guns. That's how you had a police. Nobody ever heard of police in the 1700s or none of these numbers. They were sheriffs. There were deputies. There were marshals. Guess what? You have sheriff departments today. You ain't gonna believe it. You have the U.S. Marshal today. Police that's what white people took on themselves of doing. That's why you'll find these groups breaking out talking about the police, they ain't book anyway. You don't have to obey no police. He a civil servant. Haven't y'all heard these groups saying that? Because they try to go back and relate to what was actually happening. You had sheriffs, you had marshals. This is what people recognize. You watch the old cowboy movie. Remember they used to talking about we finna go get the police. Police. Get the sheriff. Then when someone get bigger than what they say, we're gonna bring in the U.S. Marshal. The sheriff will build a town, and they even recognize that the marshal actually controlled the whole thing. So they say, you know what? We need to go get the marshal. So a lot of these groups they made up, a lot of people, that's why you'll find white groups that fight against them, because these white groups know you're not actually on paper. You're actually a fake organization. Oh, man, these people. The CIA wasn't even set up by the United States like that. What's his name? Dallas, the boy they got to set this whole thing up. He was a lawyer. He was an attorney. He was the first person to set over the CIA. They were actually set up by, let me see, the DuPonts and all these different people y'all hear about, y'all know, like the Gettys and all these different people. They actually set that whole organization up. Did y'all not know the CIA is not actually an organization for the United States? They were actually set up by them. Most of these people are dumb. Most of the people, they're dumb. They don't even know what they're doing. They were not set up by the United States. You know who tried to break them up and stop them? Kennedy. That's why they killed him. Kennedy was going to disman the CIA. That's why his ass is 6 foot under now. Well, not quite 6 foot. I think they brought him up a little bit. He was going to get rid of them. They actually weren't created here. Dallas, who they actually sat over the group, he was what they call a white shoe lawyer. Most of y'all won't know what that is either, would you? That means he only did corporate. He was a corporate attorney. Don't y'all know these people were set up from England? from Britain. You know what's amazing? The NSA records all your information. You're not going to believe it. You know where all your information goes? It goes to England. How many of y'all didn't know this? Please check behind me. All of your recorded information, statements from your phone goes to England. People don't know shit. I would never try to think I'm smarter than me. You don't know enough. Because you actually keep thinking all these people set up, they were set here to monitor you. Let me tell you something. These people don't know how these folk work. The Vanderbilts. You know all these people party, right? Do y'all not know they're the people that control all these newspapers? They own all of them. They own all your news stations. You don't find it funny that Anderson Cooper, who led that is Vanderbilt, sits on CNN? All these people are owned by them. These are their papers. They control propaganda. They control attitudes. So please, y'all check behind me and don't let me sit up and tell these lies. These people don't know nothing. These people run, these people, all the intelligence go over there. They were set up and they put them here to monitor. Listen, they bastard kids that came over here. They want to keep a watch on their kids. They know their kids are dangerous as shit. They broke away from them. Now, parents want to keep up with their kids, don't they? So they set organizations up so they can keep up with them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But y'all show free to go check behind me because I put a lot out of my mouth. Yes, sir. But I know you possibly won't do it. You'll just take it. You need to know so you'll know where you actually at. You think any of these news stations give a shit about you? Nope. They controlled by your newspapers. All these people, they controlled by them. They control them. They control the narrative, all the statements. No, these people put the truth out here, you wouldn't even be in your condition. All of a sudden, leaks come out years later. Why you don't start looking at who the hell started keeping them? Right. You have to wait on some white person to break away to get mad, get pissed with them, get upset with them, decide, let me tell what's going on. When they tell it? When it happened? No. That shit well over and nobody prosecute. All right, don't worry about it. Let's go back to what we're doing. See, all you want to do is come, let somebody shove a book in your face, start throwing you some stuff about some magical place you're going that you ain't never been to before. So why are you trying to go there now? So you need to be taught something. You need to be taught about where you're going and why you're going. What's the purpose of him trying to secure it? Just like a man when he married his bride, he want her with him. See, back when a man had a wife before, he had to make preparation before he took her in. That's the same thing Yahudah did when he left him. He's preparing a place. That where I am, there you may be. Awesome. That's the same thing a man does with his wife. He wants her with him, so he secures a place for her. Well, we're supposed to be his bride. So he was securing a place for us. But because they broken you from a natural sense of how we operate and do stuff, how you understand what that man telling you? See, the more time go on, the less knowledge we have about how we actually operate it. These younger people now only have less. It don't get less, it keeps getting depleted, and we'll be right back to a fairy tale land. So my job is to come in here to try to reassure us and reestablish us. So we're looking at why we tell these people we're Yahudah. All right, come on, let's look at this. We can go back. 49:8, listen to the book.
Yahudah, thou art he whom thy Akim shall Yadah.
Your?
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
Uh-huh.
Thy Ab Benim shall shakar before thee.
See that? That's why he would want us at his celebration. Because we'll understand it. We knew what was supposed to happen. Huh? Why do you think the book told you that they were going to take hold of the skirt of him that's a Yahudah? Right. Mm-hmm. That lines up with our book. Right. That you were supposed to bow down at our feet. Yes, sir. He never told you they're going to take hold of the foot of nobody or the other culture, the other races. Or no Christian. He told Yahudah. It makes sense. When he told you about Yahudah and them bowing down, they're going to take skull of him, take the skirt of him that is a Yahudah.
That's right. Yep. Because
our name is symbolic. You are the one who your Akim are going to Alahym. They're going to throw their hands up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a Christian. You read a book, you don't even know what you're doing. Makes no sense. And this is what we're looking at, and these people still sitting around and they make a fool out of their sin. And he told you, even himself in the book of Kazum, that I was going to make these people come and worship before you to know that I. So we know you're cold, but harmed him.
Yeah.
You're cold, but you harmed him. That's why he told her, y'all going to have to worship him. I named him where y'all going to have to come and fall down before him. Y'all see why it makes sense? It has to make sense for you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Why we do it? That's just what we've always done. Our ignorance is what's hurt us over the course of time. That's right. Let's see what about him. Let's see anything else. Let's see anything else about him. Verse 9.
Yahudah is an Ari's whelp.
See that Ari? He's an Ari. See, they try to tell you about a lion. You know what a lion is? There's somebody don't never tell the truth. That's why white folks, why y'all think they come in? All they say, you a lion. They always been lying. See, you're supposed to be Ari. Ari is what the proper name for. He told you lion. Listen.
From the prey, my being, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as an Ari, and as an old Ari, who shall rouse him up?
So now you're going to start looking at, he told you. Now, what would you need to do from this statement? What did this tell you? I'm just saying where y'all at. Come on, King, what did this tell y'all? Say what now? He sent to what? He has to descend first? You can use that. What I was looking at, I was just kind of throwing it out there. It tells you that they were familiar with a culture of how animals work. He had to be familiar with it. I mean, what the purpose you tell him that, and your Benim had to know, which your sons had to be familiar with it. See, we're not really that familiar. Everything we get about animal culture, white people give it to us. Go and see how many of them tapes you got narrated by a Negro.
Right.
Always white people give you, everything you're familiar with, you learn about, is always somebody white hand feeding you. So now he just told Yahudah that he was a lion's whelp, which would mean a lion's young, which Ari's young, from the prey. My being, you have gone up. He crouches, he lies down as a Ari, and as an old Ari, who dare rouse him up? Let's see what else he told us about him. Listen.
The scepter shall not depart from Yahudah,
Nor
a Torah giver from between his regal,
until
Shiloh come.
So now he told you from between his feet. What was he talking about? Talking about his loins. That's what between his feet. Because that's how we seed out. So we start looking at how he was going to seed out. Now, you know, the scepter is what they would call the king's rule. We look at the lamet. That's what the scepter is. The scepter is a symbol of his authority. The scepter, what we believed before, we kind of look at more of that custom. When a king put his scepter out, that gives permission to or not to come. So now he just told you that it wasn't going to leave from. He said it was not going to depart from Yahudah. So when did Christians get it?
Right.
If it wasn't going to depart from, he said not till he come. Can we look at what Shiloh is? I know it's going to give us a place. Let's get the men. Let's look at this. See, all I'm trying to figure out is how these people are going to define themselves and they're going to justify themselves.
Right.
That's how I want to find. The man just said it wasn't going to depart from him.
Right.
Until a certain period of time. It's a what? An epith of the Mashiach. They put Messiah. That's Michael Jackson. Then he's saying about Messiah. You know, I want to look it up. Let's look it up. Because you already know that's been misspelled anyway. He got his stuff all over it. So it's going to be an A-P. Wow. It's an adjective or a descriptive phrase expressing a quality, characteristic of the person or the thing mentioned. So that's what we look at this. Epithet. How you say it? Epithet? Hold on, stop it. Hold on. CJ, how old are you? How old are you, CJ? 61. I know you about 72 years. I ain't never heard you call that now. How to say you learn that one word? That man never had a way, never run. That's right. What it is again? Dwayne Tuck. Uh-oh, that's terrible. Yeah, we know they're going to be wrong. So y'all see, it's an adjective. We talked about how many of y'all don't know what adjective is? Good. It gives more in detailed description. If you say a car, which will be a noun, if you say a red car, it will be an adjective. So that's what he's looking at. He's saying the epithet is basically, it's an adjective, which is a descriptive phrase. Like if I said a red car, I said go out and get the red car. That's going to be more descriptive versus car, because there's plenty of cars. So now you have to try to decide or figure which one. But because you've given it a certain creed on it, because you're descriptive, they'll look at this more as an adjective. You just need to learn stuff like this because you're dealing with white people rhetoric. When you start looking at their writing, if you don't understand their discipline, then you're going to miss some stuff. Okay? This is not our words. This is what they're using. So when they say stuff, we want to know what you're saying. Right? Mm-hmm. So this was more descriptive. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Phrase expressing a quality, characteristic of the person or the thing mentioned. Now, how we use that? Where we can use that at? Where from reading this we can take this and use? I know it's out there, but you there? 129. Yahudah. They call it John. A John is somebody that buys women, prostitutes. But Yahudah, 1 and 29, we'll see whether or not, based off the definition of the word epithet, right? Which is being more descriptive, an adjective, correct? Mm-hmm. All right. Because that's what we're looking at for Yahudah. Listen to the book.
The next yom, Yahudah seeth Yahushua coming unto him.
He's saying Yahudah saw Yahushua coming to him and did what?
Saith, behold,
do what? Who?
The Lamb of Alahym.
Who do what?
Which taketh away the katah of the Alahym.
So that would be an epithet. Let's see.
This is he of whom I said.
I want to see when they stroll up. There we go. This is the one.
Of whom I said, after me cometh a Ish, which is preferred before me.
Why?
For he was before me.
Hold on, I got to get that too. Slow rollers. They just said that he was before me. You'll say that one said prior. I
knew him not, but that he should be made manifest to Yasharal.
Should be revealed to them.
Therefore am I come, immersing with mine.
Let's see something. Listen.
And Yahudah bare record, saying, I saw the Ruach descending from Shamayim like a dove, and it abode upon him.
It rested upon him. All right.
And I knew him not, but he that sent me to immerse with mine, the same said unto me, upon whom thou shalt see the Ruach descending and remaining on him. The same is he which immerseth with the Ruach HaKodesh.
So now we'll say that was an epithet, wasn't it? Because it's an adjective and it was more descriptive. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all conscious?
Yes, sir.
We're looking at that word to see if it makes sense. Wasn't that descriptive? He could say, behold, a lamb of Alahym coming. It's not descriptive, though. How we know which one? Isn't that right? There were things that had to be symbolic. When they came and they brought the two, when they brought the two goats, they were supposed to take both of them, and it was different on what they were supposed to do. That's right. They were supposed to lay their hand. One was supposed to be for Yahuwah. One, they were supposed to lay their hands upon him, and they were supposed to confess all the katah of the arm of him.
That's right.
And they were supposed to send him out to a place uninhabited.
That's right.
Who know what uninhabited is?
Madbar.
Huh?
The Madbar.
You said Bamart Bar? All right, nobody stayed, nobody lived. That's why he went to the grave. Who lives in the grave? That's why they put him in Kabah. That's why they were slapping him, hitting him with their hand. They didn't realize they were confessing our katah upon him. And they were supposed to send him out by the hands of a fit man. And he was supposed to go to a place. That's why they told y'all about Yosef and Nicodemus. And they told you that he was a just Ish.
Right.
Why you think they told you that? Because he was supposed to be the one Yahudah done chose.
Right.
And he was supposed to be sent to go and dwell in a place uninhabited. That's why they put him in Kabbalah. They told you where never ever even laid.
That's right.
But see, you want to pay attention to stuff like that. That's what you call an epithet. You being descriptive. That's how they was able to know that was him. Nobody walked around saying, something in my spirit stirring me up. No, it's the writings.
Right.
It's because he meet a certain protocol. See, you've been believing something and been thinking you had a spirit and you couldn't get it because you don't even believe according to the dynamics of why he already prescribed it happen. You've been just believing something just to believe it. Well, I look around, everybody like they believe, I guess I'll believe it. Do you believe it according to how it's been written? So it was supposed to be descriptive. So when he said, think about this, I'm telling you this somebody and they ain't never seen it. What makes you so sure? How you know that's the right one? You never even seen it before. Nope. How you know that's him? Because the one that sent me gave me some characteristics. When you watch the Ruach come down and it descend in a certain form, and it stays, which means this spirit can be seen before. It's not impossible to see the dove come, and it's not impossible, and it shows you as well, it came and it sat before. We know in the 11th chapter of the book of Mark, it came down before, and it sat on the whole of dark. And they started nabuing. Did they
That's
not?
right.
Did it stay?
No.
That's why he told him, when you see it come down in form and fashion, and when you see it stay there, that's him.
Yeah.
That's an epithet. That's descriptive.
Yeah.
I know what I'm believing.
Yeah.
Know what you believe. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's what these characters, I never seen him. When Yahudah, how you gonna know that's Yahudah and you never seen him? I'm gonna go with the writings. The one that saved me, he was descriptive. And that's what I'm looking for. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
What are we trying to do?
Say.
Then we had to start looking at things that he's given us. Looking at why you taking on a name. Why that name? Why Yahudah? Why Yahudim versus anything else? Hello? This is who he favors. Give me that 12th chapter book of Zechariah. They call it Zechariah. See if that Zechariah, see if that 12 and 6. 12 and 6. So we're trying to educate our young people so they can be smarter than we were. We can't afford them to wait to get in their late 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s to try to get them to start thinking. Got to start thinking now. All the time we wasted being Christians and non-denomination and Hebrew Israelites and everything else put us behind. Now we come back to look at this stuff and we try and make sure we get understanding. And at the same time now, make no mistake, we're watching everybody.
Yeah.
We're watching everybody. Y'all haven't nothing to be chanced, nothing to be taken for granted. And we always stay in a situation, always put ourselves in a position to where we can transition if necessary. Because we find out we're doing something that's been the wrong way, what we got to do?
Transition.
No, we got to stay with it till the Lord tell us differently.
What's up?
We transition. Isn't that right? Once we find out it's right, that's what we move into. Find out it's right when we want to pray about it. That didn't make sense. We find if it's right, it's been properly divided, been properly rightly taught and divided, that's what we go with.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
All right, that's what the Alahym got to do. Let's say this is the 12th chapter of the book of Zechariah. He put Zeke, whoever he supposed to be, 12 and 6. Listen.
In that yom will I make the governors of Yahudah like an hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf, and they shall devour all the arm round about, on the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own Malchum, even in Jerusalem.
See that? Look who he's going to use to be essential in this happening. Where the Christians going to be at?
Right.
He's talking about Yahudah is going to come, and we're going to be the one that's going to burn this thing. We're the one going to set this thing right. Because the reason why you look at what fire is also used for purifying.
That's right.
Okay. Our left, we had some, you got a piece of wood or something in your finger, whatever. You ain't going to no doctor. You take a pen and you take that and you burn that pen and get black, and you're going to pick that thing right on out of there. Right. Ain't that right? So he let you know who he going to use.
The leaders of Yahudah.
I don't want the Christian thing. Here you go, Christian. You that wood. Yeah. And you that sheaf. Mm-hmm. Now see that? He talk about the wood and the sheaf. Isn't that right? It's the same thing. You look. You know who did this? Shamshun did it. He burned it up. He burned their stuff up. That's what they did. Listen.
Yahuwah also shall yasha the tents of Yahudah first.
Oh my goodness. When the Christian tent get saved? Nobody looking at for. He let you know the one he gonna save first. First before he gonna save is us. Where the Christian gonna be at? First people he gonna save is us.
Yes, sir.
These people got this, and what's sad? It's in their book and they won't even read it. What is that? They gave us it's in their book and they don't even read it. Ain't that right, Boogie? Mm-hmm. That's them balls, ain't it? The tent of Yahudah first, so that
the kabod of the Beth of Daud and the kabod of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Yahudah.
See that? He don't want them to enlarge their stuff on Yahudah. Everybody got to remember where they got to come back and who they got to get a Alahym to.
That's right.
Ain't that right? He said, that's why I'm going to save them first. You got me? That makes us the Rosh.
Yes, sir.
That make us the head. That make us the captain and the chief. Yahudah. Mm-hmm. These folks can run and call all the other, they call all of them, listen, all of them my uncles, but at the end of the day, I'm Yahudah.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm Yahudah. He's going to say Yahudah first.
That's right.
Let's see what happened. In verse 8.
In that Yom shall Yahuwah defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that Yom shall be as Daud.
And what happened?
The Beth of Daud shall be as Alahym.
And what happened?
As the Malachim of Yahuwah before them.
See, that's what we're looking at. Yahuwah going to strengthen us. Right. See, we know Daud was a great warrior. Yeah. Y'all see what he's going to do? He's going to come back. He's going to defend it. And why wouldn't he? He's using Yahudah. Mm-hmm. So this thing coming right back to start right back up for Yahudah. Everybody had to come over to Yahudah. Don't y'all know they got to do? Yes, sir. See, hold on what you got right quick. See if that Beth, Malachim, they call it 2 Kings. I think it is. See that 15:2. Let me see. Let me see 3. One. See if that's Dabari Hayamim, Sekbeh. Second, what they'll call Chronicles. We don't use Chronicles, but it goes back to Chronos. That's their Greek of time. 15. Put 7, 15. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Beth, Da, Bari, Hayamim. $15.2. Listen. Hold on, gotta turn your mic on.
And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Yahudah and Benjamin. Yahuwah is with you while you be with him.
That's what everybody need to know. Yahuwah is with who?
You while you be with him.
Mm-hmm.
And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. Mm-hmm. But if ye forsake him,
what happened?
He will forsake you.
That's what happened. Verse 3.
Now for a long season, Yasharal hath been without the Amat Alahym, and without Alamet, Kahan, and without Torah.
Without law. They didn't have a Kohan that could teach them, and they didn't have the Torah. Because what it's gonna make sense, don't make sense. For this whole time, they were without Kohans that were able to teach, limit them. And what is a Kohan gonna teach?
Torah.
So that means I took the Torah away from them. So that's all I'm telling. When I take the Torah away from them, what they gonna teach? He can't teach. And who was supposed to teach you?
Kohan.
Your Kohan. He told you that the Kohan lips should keep,
Knowledge.
and the people should seek the Torah.
That is power.
Why?
Alahym.
He the Malaki Alahym. He was the messenger. So we came there to hear the word from the Kohan. So that's how it's not hard to take it away from him. All I gotta do is take the Torah away. What you gonna teach? When they came to the Kohan and said, teach us, I can't teach you. I don't have the Torah. Which gives us what? Direction, instructions. So that's why he tried to show you. See, where we mess up at, we assume this is how you get it. When Yahudah left us, he didn't just leave us, he also took his stuff. He had some folks get pissed, they take all their stuff with them. That's showing you cut off. I want to show you cut off. If I leave and left the Torah here, you'll still try to figure a way. You see, it's synonymous with me. It don't make sense for me to leave you and leave you the Torah. Because you'll think I left it because guess what? I don't care about it. No, I care about my word, so I took it with me.
Right.
I left you. So now what that tell you? You served that relationship. Pay attention. For many, Yasharal was without the all, Alahym short, of Amat, of truth, and without alignment, Kohan, and without Torah. I took this away from you. Come on. But
When they, in their trouble, did turn unto Yahuwah Alahym of Yasharal
let's see what happened.
and sought him,
What happened?
he was found of them.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Why are you without him?
And turned, sought.
You served the relationship is why you've been without him. The problem I got is why you've been without him so long. Because once they turned and they sought him, then he was found of them. Which means now they had to go and seek the Torah.
Right.
That's some way you're going to get him back. It don't
Right.
make sense. Come here, who I'm looking for you. According to what, though? The only way to get back with you is to get the Torah.
Right.
When I get the Torah, then I can get my information to learn how to get back. Because I need to look at how I serve the relationship. A man goes back to his wife, they've been separated, irreconcilable differences. He want to come back. Okay, I'm going to come back. What I do? That's a sign to come back. You didn't even know what you've done. So if I come back, what's going to happen? That's why he needed to get the Torah. So you can see where the error came at. You can see where the break came in, where the breach was. Once we can fix the breach, then I can come back. Then you can come back. You got it. People just trying to go back. You can't reconcile it. You know, first of all, what was the indifference? What was the break? What was the breach? Then we're doomed to keep repeating the same cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how long we've been doing this? That our people have constantly been trying to repair a situation that you don't even know how it got damaged. You don't even know what you've done. Why you in the situation you're in? How are we gonna fix it? Come get us, come get us. For what? I want to be with you. What did you do the reason we're not together? I need you to know that. I need you to recognize that. I need you to repair that. Then we can seek about being together. Now, when he told his folk right here, but in their distress, they turned to Yahuwah, the Alahym of Yasharal, and they sought him, and he was
Found of them.
Who told y'all about this? Later. Who? Who? I can't hear you when I say that. Who? What did it say? That's right. Seek ye Yahuwah while he may be found. He told you to call you upon him while he is near. Told the Rasha to do something. Forsake his. So now let me ask you a question. Let's go back to what he originally told you to do. Seek ye while call ye upon him, let the Rasha, let's ask ourselves, why were we looking for him?
We have.
Why? Because our ways. He told us to forsake our ways. He only left us because, see, you got to pay attention to statements. Seek ye Yahudah while they may be found, which means, how long am I giving you to get this right? Call you upon him while he is what? Sometimes you, hey! He's gone. Got too far away. So you got to call him while they're near, while they can hear you. Meaning the distance is getting further. Then he told what you got to do. So now, let me pray on what happened while we separated. I need a man's of gods to tell me. See, the writing itself already instructed us to tell us what happened. So it was something I did. I thought I was good doing the stuff the way I was doing it. No, he told me to forsake my ways. And you ain't gonna believe what else he want me to say. The way I think too. You know why? Which means that I've been doing stuff, and you know what I've been saying? I know it's right, because it's the same way he do it. I know I'm thinking, that's the way he think. He said, and you know why you done that? Because in those days, you didn't have no, everybody did what was right in their own eyes. See, you can see why he kept repeating the same action. See, everybody started doing what's right in their own eyes. Isn't that right? Because they ain't had no Torah.
Right.
They ain't had nobody to teach them, instruct them. So guess what happened? The distance becomes greater and greater. Because the infractions keep adding up. Because we didn't know. We assumed. We thought we were okay. Why wouldn't this be his way? That's how important it is when we come in here that we go back and read to make sure we're right. If the book declared that the word of Yahudah is right and all his works are done in a mot, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm on point with him? See how y'all put that together? If the statement is true that the word of Yahudah is right, all his works are done in a mot, what will I need to do to make sure I'm not wrong? Make sure I check it against the word.
Yep.
Measure it against the word every time. So I can make sure I'm right. If the word is right, then if I'm going to be a right or a righteous Sadiq people, then I got to make sure I line up with the word. Let's go. Let's see what happens. And in those times,
there was no shalom to him that went out, nor to him that came in, but great vexation were upon all.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a minute. He said, but much tumult. Tumult is a loud noise. You'll say vexation. Tumult, if I'm correct, that's a loud noise sound. Was on all the inhabitants. Now this is something. You see what happened? And in those, in those times, there was no shalom to him who went out or to him who came in. For much tumult was on all the inhabitants of all the Aratso for land. Let's do something right quick. Look at the 27th chapter, book of Bar, 27:17. They'll call it Numbers. See, what I want to do is make sure we get an understanding. Can you imagine that? You know, folks say, man, it's hell when I'm in here, hell when I'm out there. I can't win. And you know how many of y'all have seen that? I can't win either way. That's the same statement they were saying.
Yep.
No peace at home, no peace at work, no peace here, no peace there. That's what Yahudah told us. So you should start measuring. When you start making these statements, you saying them without an end or without understanding why. In those, guess what? That's the way they had it. But Madbar is the actual name, means wilderness. Madbar. 27:15. I said 17. What's this? All right, listen.
And Moshe spake unto Yahudah, saying,
That's what he could have asked him.
let Yahudah,
Who said,
the
man?
Alahym of the Ruach of all Basar, set a ish over the Kahal,
Adar. He used Adar this time. Okay.
which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in.
So that
The Adah of Yahudah be not as sheep which have no ra'ah,
Now, this is what y'all got to remember and say. If you pay attention to why he wanted to set an ish over, and this ish would be as a shepherd over sheep, because what they need is somebody to guide them to keep them from danger. That's why if sheep don't have a shepherd, then you know what happened to them? They scatter. There's confusion. That's why these people didn't have any peace. Why would he use this simulation about this? We're talking about people. People having somebody to take them in and take them out. But then he said, so they don't be like sheep that don't have a, which means Musa had to be familiar with what?
Sheep.
With shepherding, with sheep, and how they operate when they don't have a leader.
Right.
And he gave it to Yahudah to let him know that if you don't put a man, if you don't allow a man to lead them, and that man be like a shepherd, then these people are going to be like sheep, and they're going to scatter. There's going to be confusion. They're going to be in distress. That's why he told you in those days they did not have a Kohan, because the Kohan would have been a lamed. He would have lamented them. What does a lamed use? A staff. So does a ra'ah.
Right.
So he taught to him on a level of where this is something we know, we understand, that they're in danger if they don't have somebody to oversee, to take them. When Yahudah told us in the 23rd division of Alahym, he said that Yahudah was his ra'ah. He shall not, which means he won't have a lack. He maketh me to, he leadeth me, he restored for his what? Yea, do I walk through the valley, I shall, for thou art thy, see that? And shepherd. What do? They give me a security. Because I know that you can defend with this. I know you can ward off. You can fight off danger and detriment. Where I go through before and I'm by myself as a sheep going through and I see this rough war and I see it's dark out here, I panic. I'm not confident. So now you being there is my comfort. So now Musa telling them they need to see a man operating their position. Alahym testified to Yahudah doing it. They need a man that can restore comfort to the mourners. Come on. Y'all don't want this kind of conversation, do you? You don't want to understand what you're doing. You just want to go through and hopefully things will work out. Nothing will just work out.
That's right.
It will work out according to his plan. That's why you need to know it.
That's right.
Let's see what happened. I'm sorry. Okay, we'll finish this so I can get back up. Come on.
And Yahudah said unto Moshe, take thee Yahushua,
take Yahushua,
the Ben of Nun, a Ish in whom is the Ruach, and lay thine hand upon him.
Hold on for a minute, and let's see what happened.
And set him before Eleazar the Kohan, and before all the Adah, and give him a charge in their
in their sight. So guess what happened now? He ain't gonna believe it. You know what he just did right now? This was an epithet. Because now this is he was descriptive. Because you have to know, he was not the only person named Yahushua.
Yeah.
So I told you who to take. The one that continues, the son, the Ben of Nun, which means the seed that continues. So now we're looking at the man that he was going to take was going to be a man of whom, you ain't gonna believe it, you can try to tell you, in whom they had the spirit upon him.
That's right.
And it stayed on him. That's him. Y'all see that? He was being descriptive. This was an adjective. The one, I want you to lay your hands on him. This is the same thing they learned when they took the two goats and they took the lot. One was for Yahudah. So he was being descriptive here to let you know this is the one that got the spirit and it's going to stay with him. Why are he going to put the spirit on him then take it out for him later? This is how we're going to know who it was. The Ruach was upon him.
Right.
That's what Yeshayahu tried to tell you. Said that the Ruach of Yahuwah was upon me.
Right.
Said he had Mashiach me. At that point, that man was Mashiach.
That's right.
So we saw Yahushua the Mashiach. Was this the first time we seen this?
No.
the one that continueth.
Right.
We just had one. Symbolically, that was right in our face, so we understood that.
Yes, sir.
Yahushua HaMashiach, that's the first one we ever got, because you're an idiot. Not saying y'all literally, because we never knew what you think he was doing. The same thing Yahushua just told you. Yahushua just told you that. The one I see and the Ruach abode on him.
That's right.
That's him.
That's right.
The one that continues. He's the Ben Anun, which is one of our Alabet. He continues.
That's right.
Okay, let's go back over to Beth Dabari Hayamin, they call Chronicles, 15:5. Listen, and in those times, turn your mic on.
No shalom to him that went out, nor to him that came in, but great vexation were upon all the inhabitants of the country.
So everybody needed him. Let's see what happened.
And Goim was destroyed of Goim,
They were crushed by Guim.
and city of city,
And what happened?
for Alahym did vex them with all adversity.
Now, this is what folk don't realize. This is how they were crushed. And nation, Guim, was crushed by who?
Goim.
And city by city.
Right.
You just hearing about that? Yahushua told you the same thing.
That's right.
When they want to know when we're going to be the end of the rise.
Yes, sir.
He told you that nation was going to rise up against nation.
Yes, sir. That's right.
You'll look right now, you'll see all these people fighting each other now.
That's right.
There's a lot of these countries at war and countries getting ready to go to war. The United States and Russia ain't far from it.
Right. Yep.
They already trained. Listen,
true.
the UN is over there training right now in Europe for Russia. Most of y'all don't even know that, do you?
Mm-hmm.
They got our top elite fighters and they top elite fighter. They all training for Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Russia hackers keep hitting the United States. They just hit y'all food supply. They hit your gas supply and they still trying to recover from it. United States, these ain't them type of white people. These ain't the praying white people. This ain't over. They told Biden will still meet with Putin. This ain't over. This is not over. Just know it's not over, folks, by a long shot. And you know what all them other countries got to look at? How the United States gonna pull them in? Because you know they did it to us, they'll do it to your punk ass. You ain't got no more than we got. It ain't hard to persuade everybody to get with them.
Right.
How many more of them countries got more than the U.S.? So if Russia hackers are attacking U.S., attacking their gas, and affected us, and attacking the meat market, what you think gonna happen when they hit the other countries? It's gonna make sense for all of them to form a league and say,
Yep.
we gotta go in.
That's right. That's right.
We got to.
Yep.
We already trying to recover from the coronavirus, and now we got them hitting our infrastructure. Okay. Y'all sorry. They just don't want y'all to know that.
Right.
Y'all will
Right.
see, they get a little time. There's a lot of these people got wars going on, they don't publicize, let you know about. Okay, let's see verse 7.
Sorry.
Listen.
Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
See that? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't you sit here and you faint. Let's see what happened.
And when Asa, Shama these Dabarim, and the Nabah of Oded, the Nabi, he took courage and
He
put
did
away.
what?
Took courage.
When he did what?
When he Shama these Dabarim.
When he heard these words.
Yes, sir.
I wonder where that written for his nakum, for his comfort. Because they was in distress. They were going through, but amazingly, and when you said a song, what do you got? But who your teacher? Who your teacher? How you got a song? That what you saying there now?
Asa, Asa,
I don't know. He said a song. Bastard. You taught Chris that. Bastard. Bastard. Who taught Chris that? He right?
Thank you.
He didn't know he was right though. You had to confirm he didn't know he was right. So what good is your right if you don't know you're right? Asa. Asa. You can say it like that. It's Asa. Asa. And this is the phonics. Asa, the name of the malak of a Louis. They're called Levite, but it's Louis. Louis is the name. Okay, come on. And
when Asa,
no. It's Asa.
Asa,
Asa. So you'll try to correct it, and then you got to get it right. Because you just said Asa, you know what, it's Asa. Based off the phonics.
yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
And when Asa, Shama these Dabarim.
Who taught him that? Me now.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And the Nabah of Oded, the Nabi, he took courage and put away the abominable idols out of all the Beth of Yahudah.
See that? That's what got it for him. So now you see that spirit just came and moved on him. Did that happen? What happened? What happened? That's what turned us back. So we keep waiting on some spirit to move. Look what did it. All it took was just hearing the word. When he heard the word and the Nebuah of Abad, the Nabal, he took courage. He took courage, and not only that, and he obeyed by telling us, and he removed the abominable idols. From where? From the land of. That makes a difference. You know what we do? We remove some stuff, but we don't get rid of all of it. That's the key right here. And why is this significant based off of what Malak? Shaul. You said it back there, then he don't know number 7. Shaul said he had did all that Yahuwah had commanded. That was you, one of Jahid? You don't get stuff right, that's tight. But y'all, we're gonna have an immersion when we get finished. It's some people just, not all of you are clean. Yeah, Jahid, it is you. So y'all see what happened? That's when he took on obedience. He complied. From all the best of
Yahudah.
So because we got to look at you, the one who everybody, you got to be the example.
Yes, sir.
He knew we got to get it from Yahudah first.
That's right.
So think about this. We start looking at Yasharal, who he was talking to, right? Yahuwah be with you. And then who he talking to all Yasharal?
Yeah.
Why would you come and get it from here first? Because Yahuwah is showing you that's who 10 I'm going to save first.
Right.
And Benjamin continue, because that's my right hand. That's the son of my days. And from the cities which he had captured in the hard countries, which is the hill of Apharim, and restored the altar of Yahuwah, which was in front of the porch of Yahuwah. See, that's stuff we got to do. We got to start restoring.
Right.
Let's see what happened in verse 9. Verse 9 is after 8. And he gathered who?
All Yahudah.
And
Benjamin.
And the strangers with them. Out of where?
Apharim.
Apharim, because Apharim would have set over Yasharal. And Manasseh, which would have been Apharim's older brother. And out of Shomron, what they would call Samaria. For they had to who?
Fallen to him.
From where?
Yashral.
In what?
In abundance.
When they did what?
Saw
That
Yahuwah
his
all
was
with him.
That's how everybody coming to us. That's how they coming to us. Where else you going?
That's right.
Once you look and see Yahuwah with us, where you going? See if that's Yeshayahu. Hold on for a minute. Yeshayahu. Hold on, Zechariah. See if that's Zechariah 8. See if that's 8. I'm gonna be 7. 8. And let me see, 9, I think it is. So it tells about the Yahudah. I want to say it's 8, 9, somebody. Zechariah. Is it 8 and 9 is what I want? 8 and 6, 8 and 8.
Looking for.
So what? Whoa. Okay, 13. 8 and 13. Just trying to help y'all out now so you'll know what you're doing. I know some of y'all, you'll get out here and you'll let these folk throw you. They ain't throwing me.
That's right.
This is Zechariah 8 and 13. Listen.
And it shall come to pass
About what?
that as ye were all among the Goyim, the
So you
heathen,
see that? Just as you were a curse among the nations, the Goyim. Y'all see that? That's us. Y'all can believe Yahudah. That's why y'all think Yahushua came. This is about Yahushua.
Right.
So we were symbolic to Yahushua.
Right.
Because you know right, he became a curse for you and I.
Right.
that's right.
That's what he's telling. Listen, it shall come about that just as you were a curse among the Goyim, the nations, oh who?
Beth of Yahudah,
Where the Christians at?
Ain't in there.
And
Beth of Yasharal,
what happened?
so will I yasher you, and ye shall be a baraka, Yara not, but let your hands be strong.
Okay. Well, what happened?
For thus said Yahuwah of Sabaoth, as I thought to punish you when your Abba provoked me to wrath, said Yahuwah of Sabaoth, and I repented not. So again have I thought in these Yamim to do well unto Jerusalem and to the Beth of Yehudah, Yara ye not.
See now, guess what happened? This is their Nakum.
Yes, sir.
This is their Nakum. I mean, think about it. You got to give people concept, which means he's going to redeem us. Redeem us means he's going to compensate what we're going through. See, just like I punished you, you were a curse. Don't let anybody tell you were a curse. Among all, who is he talking about if it ain't us?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
What other arm is a curse to everybody?
Right.
That's us. See that? So I've changed my mind. I purpose to do something else. I purpose that you were going to be a curse to all of the Goyim. Now I purpose to say in these days to do good to Jerusalem and to the Beth of Yehudah. Because that's where you're going back to. I got to straighten out your home's place. Do not Yara. Go ahead.
These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every each the Amat to his Rayah.
He didn't tell me I couldn't lie to them people. Now where did he get that from?
The Torah.
Got that from the Torah. What is he telling me new? Don't be lying to y'all.
Right.
And y'all cool. He just told don't be lying to him.
Right.
He gonna tell me not to do that to them people. Them people ain't shit.
Right.
That's right.
Let me tell you what happened. These folk had us so messed up. They had us that we couldn't lie. Why he tell me to do this? Everybody just speak the truth to everybody. These folks will kill you for what you say.
That's right. That's right.
But you ain't got no business lying to your art.
Right. Right.
Who is he? Why he went back to the tour? Give me a book where he told me that lie to a stranger.
Yes, sir.
Folks will sit here and lie to us and tell them
Yep.
folks every damn truth.
That's right.
They'll make up a truth to tell them.
That's right.
Lie for no reason.
Right.
Let's see what it says, 17.
We still in
Oh, I'm
16.
sorry. Stay here. Go ahead.
Execute the mashpat of Amat and Shalom in your dollar.
See that? You want peace? He said execute peace. Go ahead.
And let none of you imagine Rasha in your law against his Rayah.
Against white folks.
Against his Rayah.
Against England, America, Germany, Russia, and France.
Against his Rayah.
Come on.
Pub against my neighbor.
That's right.
See, they took that book and taught you, and you don't went here and you put this stuff on them.
Yep.
That's why stuff don't work for you.
That's right.
See, it was always, he couldn't take it away. This your Torah.
That's right.
You weren't supposed to do that to your art.
That's
Because
right.
we supposed to be serving for the same purpose.
That's right.
It don't make sense to do it to them. Supposed to try to beat your own art.
Yep.
Flam and scam. He said, don't even imagine that stuff. Don't even have that stuff in your knob against
That's right.
them. We supposed to be together. Conniving ass niggas. And then what they supposed to do? And do what?
And Ahab no false Shaba.
Oh, what's that Shaba for O? What do you put O?
Oh, I believe.
Shabuah, yeah. Shabuoth. Shabuah is weak. But you put the oth at the end of it. Shabuoth. Okay. For all these
are things that I hate, said
declares
Yahuwah.
That's what Yahuwah said. Let me see what happened.
And the debar of Yahuwah of Sabaoth came unto me, saying, Thus said Yahuwah of Sabaoth, the fast of the 4th Yarek, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the bed of Yahudah, Shusha, and gladness, and cheerful Muadi. Therefore, Ahab the Amat and Shalom.
For Yahudah. Thus
said Yahuwah of Sabaoth, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come and the inhabitants of many cities.
y'all ain't gonna come from having many cities. What happened?
And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, Let us go speedily to Palau before Yahuwah, and to seek Yahuwah of Sabaoth. I will go also.
That's what they told us. What happened?
Yea, many armed and strong Goim shall come to seek Yahuwah of Sabaoth in Jerusalem, and to Palau before Yahuwah. Thus said Yahuwah of Sabaoth, and those Yamim, it shall come to pass that 10 Anashim shall take hold out of all languages of the Goim, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Yehudi,
I can imagine why.
saying, We will go with you, for we have Shama that Alahym is with you.
Yes, sir.
Who going with the Christian?
No.
Ain't nobody with them. Nothing but the devil himself.
That's right.
Y'all see all these people gonna take home?
Yes, sir.
And the conform and come right back to see us.
That's right.
Because they done heard it. Alahym with us. That's the same thing they did when they heard Asa. That they saw that Yahuwah was with him. Guess what happened? Everybody fell to him. Why y'all think everybody came? So what you heard Zechariah just told you, what the book of Dabri Hayamin told you, it was already, they already saw it. That once everybody saw Yahuwah has favored you, why wouldn't you come? Our people just don't know no better. See that, what is that, Yeshayahu 66? That the last book they got in them? Yeshayahu is at 66. Let's see if it's 18. I'll try to get ready to let y'all go. Y'all done died out on me.
Good teacher.
I just want y'all to know what you're in. You listen, these folks got a book and it's telling you about you. What the hell you trying to be a Christian for?
Right,
That's right.
right.
I ain't make common sense. You can see some old Newberg stuff down made up.
That's right.
Man, I wrote a whole book, keep telling you about Yahudah. Yahudah, you the one who everybody gonna Alahym. All these folks gonna come to you, I'm gonna save you first. Everybody gonna take hold of you because they done heard Yahudah with you.
That's right.
Now you done gave it up to be a Christian. We're being stupid.
Yep.
66, what's that, about 18? All right, let's see. I ain't read this stuff so many years, ridiculous.
No.
I don't. Something wrong with my 8. All right, listen.
For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all Goim and tongues, and they shall come and see my kabul.
Now get hold on for a second. You say you don't know, or what did he say he did now?
For I know their works
You know their works.
and their thoughts.
I know what they're thinking.
It shall come that I will gather all Goim and tongues,
and languages.
and they shall come
To do what?
and see my kabul.
Okay. What happened?
And I will set an ox among them,
Which is a sign.
and I will send those that escape of them unto the Goim, to Tarshish, Pool, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tabul, and Javan, and the isles afar off,
The coastlands.
that have not Shama my fame, neither have they seen my kabul, and they shall declare my kabul among the Goim.
Now y'all know we're gonna go back and look at where all these places at, right?
Yes.
Because it don't make sense. Tarshish should have been over in Lebanon, I think. Pool and lugs. So we gotta look at, because this what hurt her. You said you hearing about a place again you had never been, you don't know. Why is he talking about gathering from these places? See, it's not hard for us to trace back and find out. So we can find all these people. These are names of children.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for us to go back and look at this stuff. So we'll know why did he use these. It was children that were named after the flood for some of these places. And they're descendants of them. And they gave them the name because it defined something. And now he's telling you that I'm going to send an ox among them and shall send survivors from them to the Goyim. And he told you about these places, Tubal and all these places, to the distant coastland. See, everything we did, we were out. We always used the coastland. That's how you travel in now. That have neither heard my fame nor seen my kabod. And they shall declare my kabod among the Goyim. So these places that hadn't heard, hadn't been taught, he's going to come back and make sure they're going to tell them. All right, come on. All right, listen.
And they shall bring all your Akim for an offering unto Yahudah out of all Goyim upon horses,
And this is what he said. Go ahead.
and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my Kadash Har, Jerusalem, saith Yahudah, as the Banim of Yasharal bring an offering in a clean vessel
Well, he
into
told
the
you.
Beth,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
into the Beth of Yahudah.
Well, he talked about them as a grain offering. See, then that tells you when he's telling them this, Yeshayahu's telling them this, he started giving these people references to things that they knew. He said, just like they do a grain offering. So you know how you wind up, this one, then they shall bring all your benin, akim, from all the goyim as a grain offering. Now what's important for us to pay attention with this? Let's just stop looking over stuff. How do you separate grain? You take a zen.
Right.
You take the zen and you cut it.
Right.
That's how you serve and you separate it. So he's letting them know, I'm gonna look what he's saying. Listen, then they shall bring all your benin from all the goyim. Like what? See, they always had to have something to compare it with.
Right.
How you gonna bring them? I need to know how.
Right.
He said like a grain offering. It's gonna be in a clean vessel. So he let us know how he gonna bring us out.
Right.
When we brought an offering, we couldn't bring nothing filthy. It couldn't be contaminated. He
Right.
said, I'm gonna bring it out the same way.
That's right.
It's gotta be something that pleasant, something I desire. I'm not gonna bring you out. You were called undesirable before. He said, now when I bring you out, you're gonna be desirable. Everything he required us to bring to him was things, he said, this is what I desire.
Right.
So when I bring you out, I'm gonna bring you out as something that I desire. All right, come on.
And I will also take of them for Kohanim and for Luim, saith Yahudah. For as the new Shamayim and the new Arats, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith Yahudah, so shall your seed and your Shem remain.
See that? So shall your offspring and your Shem, your name gonna remain. See, that's why I look at it, two unchangeable things. He said, I'm gonna leave the rocks here. Why do you folks think he gonna get rid of this stuff?
Right.
He said, they gonna remain. I'm gonna keep them there.
That's right.
Let's see.
And it shall come to pass.
Hold on. We're gonna come to the next line first.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that from one
Kudash.
Kodash to another, and from one Shabbat to another, shall all flesh come to Shekah before me, saith Yahudah.
See that? Kodash. Kodash is for the new moon, what they call new month. To the Kodash, he said from one to another, and from one Shabbat to another Shabbat. All mankind shall come to bow down, which is Shekah before me, bow down before me, says Yahudah. Let's see what happens.
And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the Anashim that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not moot, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be as an abhorring of all flesh.
Is that it? I mean, bad me up then. I had 18. Let me see what 15 say. 16? How far am I going? Ooh, boy. Blood pressure. 16. Let me say 16. More high, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back, 13. Well. Woo! What's that, 10? What's it? That you may nurse and be satisfied with her comforting breast, that you may suck and be delighted with her bountiful bosom. Y'all see that? Be joyful with Jerusalem and rejoice for her, all ye who ahab her. Rejoice with her a rejoicing, all you mourn over her. Y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Look what he wants you to do, though. He wants you to be joyful. With who?
Jerusalem.
Who was in Jerusalem?
Yahudah.
Celebrate it. See, everything's there to do it. And rejoice for her. All ye who ahab her. Rejoice with her a rejoicing, all who mourn over her. That you may nurse and be, which gonna be, you're gonna be nursed and be satisfied with her comforting
Breast.
which is plural because he put an S, which is going to be Shaddai. All Shaddai, the mighty tit. He's talking about you breastfeeding. Who understand this?
Right.
People understand breastfeeding. Look what happened, that you may be nursed. When a baby starts crying,
That's right.
typically what comforts them?
Breast.
Putting them in the bosom. The bosom comfort them. That's what a tit is. So when Yahudah told him he was Al Shaddai, he was telling him, I'm the mighty tit. Remember, Jerusalem was, what was it again? Hills and valleys, which means it had to hang down. Some things had to come down. He even told Nebo that he said they stooped.
Right.
The tit came down to us. Y'all never seen when a mother goes over into a bed and pick her baby up?
Yeah.
She'll stoop.
Right.
And he talking about Nebo stooped. So she leans over. So we understand it from a natural sense to understand it from a spiritual sense. And now he's talking about them nursing. That you may
Suck.
and be delighted with her bountiful bosom. That them titties. You know this ain't no white woman.
That's right.
That's how you know they were black. Y'all know black woman titties. Smother that baby on back up. Meaty. Only thing black woman tit missing is cornbread. Got all the meat, all the vitamin, everything. They just need some cornbread in it. Oh, he went right here. What are we doing? Why did we go to verse 8? You just want to say, can a land be born in one day? Slide it down. What's that? Oh, no, come at where you were. Verse 8, and I'll give it, let y'all go. Listen. Who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such a thing? Can a Beth be born in one yom? Can a Goim be brought forth in one step? No. For Saun travailed. She also brought forth her Benin. So now you look at, he's trying to tell you something that you naturally know. When have you ever known that, he said, whoever seen that in one day,
Right.
a nation can be born?
Right.
Why y'all think we stayed there for 400 years?
Right. Right.
It took time for a nation to come forth. It takes time to build a nation. What I'm
Right.
trying to get y'all to do now is time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's time. We done sat long enough, our people multiply, we
Come on.
populated.
Yes, sir.
It couldn't happen in one day.
That's
it
right.
took time to get to where we at now.
That's right.
We had to get this just like it was when they started to turn to seek Yahudah when stuff was going bad for them. They got in travail. They started seeking help. They started realizing we got to turn. We got to get away from it. See, what didn't happen to us and him, and be honest, I had to stay on top of y'all for this, because y'all too comfortable. You're living inadequately. You're not serving sufficiently. You lack a lot of stability. And you're looking to try to go somewhere that you can't possibly go. And I would be a liar if I told you you could. You have absolutely no understanding whatsoever. What makes you think this man is going to save you? Don't y'all understand the conversation that he had with these people and the conversation they got from him, they understood the conversation? Because he talked to them about things they knew. when he told them things he was going to do to them, then he would refer it over to other things that had been done or things they were accustomed to. That you were going to be like sheep that didn't have shepherds. These people did 2 occupations. They were mainly people that kept Adah, because they also kept olives. So we kept olives. So we were familiar with the temperament. We were familiar with who we would have to secure. He never said that they would be not as olives that didn't have one, because olives could defend and protect themselves. They were sheep, letting them know you were vulnerable, that there were prey around you. They could come and take you. That's what you want to happen. A wolf would come and take one. Even Yahudah told, and Daud told you about it, didn't he? That he was keeping olives.
Sheep.
He was keeping sheep. And what came?
One bear.
A bear and a lion. You said a wolf. What you think about little red riding wolf? Don't worry about that. That's what happened when you miss a service. When you come back. But he was so fired up though. He said, whoa! You hear that spirit get the movement though. But no, but that's letting you know. And you ain't gonna believe it though. Y'all do know these other countries use these animals.
That's true.
Symbolic.
That's right.
That's right, Russia the bear. All these people that came in and took you. Dawood tried to tell you they came. He said, I beat Russia.
Yeah.
Even Daniel tried to tell y'all about them. All these people that tried to tell y'all about this stuff. In the 7th chapter book of Daniel, he tried to tell you about them.
That's right.
He told about he saw the bear that had one of the ribs in his mouth. He was sitting back looking at these countries. They came and they took us. Why y'all think all these countries use these animals? When these guys were speaking, they were speaking on a level that we should have understood. Just like we talked about, he talked about all these things happening. He said that the powers of Shaman were going to be shaken and they were going to fall to the rocks. Did y'all not watch when y'all not saw when, I call it Israel, why them hypocrites down, when they were fighting on here with the Palestinians? Did y'all see that night air? Look like stars. And you didn't believe what they were doing. They were falling. When a Nabaim would have saw that, he would have understood those are bombs. They are lit up in the air and they falling down. So they told you that the powers of Shaman were shaking and they were falling to the Orites. The cougar beans were falling. They looked like stars. See, can you pull that video up and see if you show that night air when they were shooting over there? I want you to just look at it. So if you look at it as being a Nabaim you speaking, how do you explain that back in that time period about a bomb today? It looked like stars, cougar beams, and they were falling to the Orites. He said, put it, your Iron Dome. Yeah, the Iron Dome should show it. That's damaged, that don't work. Oh, that's just dropped the button. You hear that? They don't need no arc bar, they need somewhere to go. So Nabe ain't see on what he's looking at. Those rockets. We should have a video showing a bunch of them in the air. So when a Nabe see there, what did he say? What did he say? These rockets? They look just like cougar beans. And look at where he's seeing this happen at. So it made sense when they saw that it looked like the cougar bean had fallen to the Orites when they were rockets. That's told. All that rock throwing, you need a gun. Throw my shoulder out. That joker throwing like they ain't got on no draw. That's two. I just wanted y'all to see it. You got to remember when they would have been describing stuff, it would have been from what they knew, how they saw stuff. You see lights up in the Shamayim falling down. Of course, I'm going to tell you the cuckoo beans are falling down. But another, they rockets go and they come right back down. But y'all know, according to what these people testify and say, these stars actually start falling in their place. These things are larger than the sun. And you got them just falling into their rock, they'll destroy it. These people told y'all about scorpions stinging men. It makes sense that they'd have seen choppers. Yep. Military choppers. Yep. They got guns that shoot back from the back of them. Right. So when they look at it, it looks just like a scorpion. It looks just like a scorpion. It looks just like what does they call it? They said they had locusts. It'll look like it to them. You look at some of these planes, like locusts. The fighter jets and stuff, they say, what they gonna tell y'all? They were fighter jets? I don't know what no fighter jet is. Right. I know what a locust is, and I'm comparing, just like they told you, just like sheep without shepherds. Right. It wasn't literal, but he was telling them something he was figuring. It was figured that it was connected to it. What you're doing to them now would be just like having sheep with no shepherd. That means that somebody can come in and take them. Right. That's why he said Yahudah and told him that I kept the sheep. Right. We'll let you know, guess what? He kept that anointing on him. He made sure somebody stayed to keep Yasharal. They would never be defenseless. So when he took away our leaders and took away our teachers, that left us defenseless. Right. Even Daud, when he saw that Shaul had been murdered, what did he tell him to do? He told him to teach them the use of the bow. Right. Where was it at? So they showed you. So that tells you that knowledge is a defense. Right. He did not tell them to teach them no kung fu, no Krav Maga. No. They need to learn how to use a weapon. That's right. For their defense. That's right. Which means they were taken down because they didn't know how to defend themselves. Why you think white folks keep killing your black ass? So all I've been doing trying to take you back to the book so I can teach you the use of it. Yeah. They had it. He didn't tell them to go make them no bows, did he? Teach them how to use it. That's right. It might look like I'm radical or whatever these people want to say. But anybody in my situation, if they people being murdered, butchered, and killed and lied, and on video, would do the same thing. Yep. Anybody else would take up weapon, they'd have been out there, they'd have been fighting. Yep. I'm trying to come up with a peaceful solution. Let's just separate from them. Yeah. Let's break off while we got opportunity to chat so we can preserve life for ourselves. Yes, sir. When we get opportunity, we sit down and he give us this opportunity to go through and look at this word, examine it. Let's take and make sure we lay this stuff down with law. Yes, y'all got it? Yes, sir. That's two. Appreciate it. Cocaine. Boy, y'all are something else. Kudash. Cocaine. Got them messed up. Now, hoping one day it'll spark us to really get totally committed to get this right, hopefully. That's all we can do is just hope one day. Well, not hope, but, you know. That's our expectation. Make sure we really lock in and get this right and make sure we can avoid what get ready to happen to us. That man determined to kill folk when he come back in. Folk messing around and playing around, they're trying to get serious about your living. Time to make sure one thing is primary. Make sure you're right with him. That's right. That's the first thing. Make sure you're right. We've been wrong for a lot of years with these people. We can't afford to fool around no more. Time to make sure we get it right. Isn't that right? You all right, Danny? I'm talking about. Everybody got to get it right. Every spot and wrinkle.
Got to get it out.
It's only one right way to make it in. Anything else is unacceptable.
That's right.
Appreciate out of towners and other people that watch and support have been there for years. Supporting them, we appreciate that. One thing for sure, we never talking about we the only one, but we one of them.
That's right.
Isn't that right? And we look at the rain with it when he come back.
That's right.
That's why we Yahudah. Everybody got to come up under Yahudah.
That's right.
Isn't that right? When the man come back and sit upon the throne of Dahu, he gonna be saying Yahudah.
That's right.
Isn't that right? That's for Yahudah. All we need to do is just understand the plan, don't we? Everybody want to fall back under Yahudah. They was still there on Matah, but Dahu set over the whole house. Isn't that right? We're looking for it being in the rain. We're looking to be right there and celebrate. We're gonna play Cool in the Game, celebration time. Come on! He was saying about us, Yahudah went, it's a celebration. We didn't know he was saying about us, did he? Cool in the Game was saying about us. We might have to take that and redo it. Man, shut up, you done enough hollering. All that hollering, man, what's wrong with him? I'm like, man, crazy or something, on some kind of drugs or something. Yeah, we might have to take that and redo that one. That's for us now. We Yahudah. Y'all don't be scared to tell people you Yahudah, are you?
No, sir.
Tell me they ain't never heard of it. I ain't never heard no Christianity. Not where I come from. None of our abbas knew nothing about it. Talking about you sound like a Christian. You ain't shit. That's somebody you a Christian. Some of your slave masters done labeled you. Now, we ain't gonna do like the other group, go out here and start taking these crazy and call your name Iba Jiba. But take your little name you got in there and sit down somewhere. Before don't walk here and got 3 first names. Don't know what in the world they doing. Walk here walk around with some damn Fruit of the Looms on, like they know something. I'll get you some Yahudah draws. We're gonna be making all that Yahudah draw, panties, all that, Yahudah bras, everything. We can't, like he said, that we can't make them all overnight. Did y'all sign that list for y'all show, your Rolo shirt? We still got them working. You don't want that Rolo come out because the tag gonna have Yahudah in it. You know, if you walk up, you see that polo, they're like, that's a Rolo. They say, I got a polo. I said, yeah, but mine kicking your man ass. Ain't that right? Our shirt about winning. Ain't that right? Don't we need to win? Yes, sir. Everything got to be synonymous with winning. You got to win Alahym. You dress like a winner. You talk like a winner. You eat like a winner. Don't y'all know that's how it works? He ain't just sitting up here. He gave them folks a diet. Everything he gave them for them to win. He put them so well you can win. You sit here, you got Umram, so you got all you hear. Look, the man told you, I'm gonna stand upon my watch. So he got to be standing on the heart. He said he set me on the tower. So I can see it, I can answer. When I can see what I had to answer when I'm reproved. We have people set up so we can watch. Everything he put up a play for defense. See all them people, them bastards over there winning, because they sitting in our spot. But it's time for them to get ready to go. Nevertheless, they're turning back over to Yahudah. It's turning back over to Yahudah. He turning back to us. The more it turned back, the more we started to think ourselves. When I get home and say, I've been here before. I've been here before. I can see myself over there. Ain't that right? Can't we? Y'all, come on. Y'all talking about over there where listen, my eyes always upon it. From the beginning to the end, I'm always watching you. Who don't want to be there in this sight? When you over here, you ain't nowhere. Every place, you ain't nowhere. Go talking about these other places, California. Go to Europe, go to a shit house. Folk nasty, stink. Man, them folk filthy. Man, we went to a restaurant, had pizza. That man bring some bread. That joke went and got a hand, got that bread, put it in. I said, what you doing with that? He like, huh? I'm like, who you finna get that bread to? You know them people that eat it. Listen, naked hand, just picking the bread, he just doing it. Brought that junk that test. What you finna do with that? I'm not finna eat that bread, man. You done lost your mind. I don't even play like that. They don't listen, they don't do nothing. They don't question that, order pizza. I say, give me, take this off and don't want this right here. Don't add it. Man, stand there. Like, what's the problem? He said, what? I said, I don't want this. I don't want that. Take that off. He said, nobody does that. I'm like, what they do? He said, get it like it is. Okay, let's try this again. Take this off. That shit ain't changed nothing. Talking about what they do. I ain't them. I don't want this. Take this off. And listen, he could not get that shit together for nothing. You know them people get a minute, that's what they eat. They don't question that. They don't. White niggas. I done tore up a whole country. Everybody probably right now all the media being rewrote. They can't go for that stuff, man, sit down. I saved Jerry, we went there trying to force Justin to eat some Chinese food. I said, no. I swear, I said, oh, I ain't doing that in my house. I said, not my aunt. I told him, I said, no. I said, listen, I said, Justin, he don't like Chinese food. I said, he can't eat that. I said, we ain't nothing. That's sacrifice. I said, do that, because I am like that. I care about him. Put it on hold, we left. Isn't that right? We look out for each other. Y'all got to be like that. Isn't that right? So I tried to make that man eat no Chinese food. I stood in the way. I looked around. I looked this way and that way. Nobody interceded. So I stepped in. I said, just don't eat Chinese food. We can't eat this. Ain't that right? That's how you do when y'all are king with each other. Right? Somebody said, I have done that. Been just in there. I got to eat. No, we can't do that. Sacrifice for each other like that. We do that. We go somewhere and say it don't work. That's it. We went to Fogo and Dwight couldn't eat no beef. What y'all think we did? We ate hell out of it, didn't we? We told Dwight, get back. Because that's how we do. We look out for each other like that. I'm going to tell y'all this for the record, though. I will not be going with all y'all out to eat no more. Y'all burn up the most damn meat I ever had in my life. I had to go get a colonic. I had some more charcoal in my ass. I ain't never ate that much black meat. I don't eat no black meat. Let me teach y'all, folks. You know, I don't eat no black meat. I don't eat, listen, I tell folks flat. I don't want nothing black but a Cadillac. I like my shit light, down there white. I don't do nothing. I don't eat no black food. I don't put no black food in my belly. I don't do that. It took me a while to do jerk chicken that was black. I thought shit would burn up. I don't do black food. I like my food cooked, not bleeding. Y'all begin to start hearing this. Somebody said it ain't cooked unless you can saw it. Saw through the meat. That's what you're supposed to saw wood. That, you know who do that? A woodchuck. I ain't gonna call Alicia name. Wild horse that can beat on my soul. Yosha? Where Yosha at? Man, I'm doing somebody black man never seen so many damn folk like they was chewing charcoal. I said, man, I can't do this. I said, no, but Ryan, who Ryan? He wasn't looking around. I said, Ryan ain't guilty. I saw that black man. I said, man, where all that black meat coming from? I don't eat no black meat. So I got to sit y'all down through a court. Chris used to be like that. Man, Chris had a steak so bun. I kept telling steak. I said, man, don't eat the steak. It's fine. I said, just stop. Don't eat it. I got the man. He can't eat that steak. He said, don't eat. The man, he said, don't eat that. Chris said, no, fine. I said, don't argue with the man. He said, no, I'm good. That man said, listen, sir, we don't. The manager told him. He said, we don't sell steaks like that. That man went back there and cooked them and started trying to cook. He came back. Chris said, this here better. I said, man, I don't know how y'all folk come up. You never tell them. Some tell what? White people don't know 2 degrees of cooking. When you say well done, that's the bottom of your shoe. When you say rare, they're going to bring you a plate full of blood. You ask for medium well, no blood. So he knows now I have to cook it till it's not bleeding, but this is not a shoe. That's how you teach them how to cook. Because y'all got to remember something. Y'all stomach, ain't no teeth in your stomach. The teeth in your mouth. So the teeth are designed to chew the food down so your stomach doesn't have to do so much work. When you eating a shoe heel, your damn stomach is sitting there fighting it. So this what y'all don't understand. I say it being funny. Okay, your stomach produces acids. The reason why I used to teach you years ago, chew your food 32 times. So your stomach don't have to produce so much acid, because this is what your stomach gets it. I can't break it down. So guess what I gotta do? Produce acid. Produce more acid. Produce more acid. Now your ass, come on, I got acid reflux. Man, my diet, I had to take rope, because now you made your stomach had to create so much acid to break down the black shoe you ate. So you get the food to where you can chew the food and you don't break your Torah eating blood, and your food and your stomach can break it down without creating so much acid. Most of these people don't even know how to have acid reflux, how they get it like this. So what happens when you keep doing it, the acid builds up and you start filling your throat because they're eating a hole in your esophagus. It's an acid. It's designed to help you break your food down. That's why they used to tell you, chew your food 32 times before you swallow, to prevent your stomach from creating so much acid to do swallow. Now your stomach is like, I'm producing acid. I'm keep producing acid till I break it down. Now you got an overbill of acid. Now you're gonna go and get a, Rolade, tongue. Guess what these are called? Antacid. It's against acid. So now what you've done, and now you just broke your stomach down that it's not creating acid. So now you load food in, and guess what happened? Your stomach can't break it down. Which means now the meat, it starts to stay enlarged where? In your colon. So now it enlarges in your colon because it can't get broken down, and it sets on the wall and it starts to mold. Guess what you get now? They'll call it cancer. Y'all gotta understand science when y'all doing stuff. That's why I don't eat that black shit. I be trying to tell I don't eat no I don't eat no damn black food. I don't eat that shit in my mouth. Put that shit in my mouth. You might as well eat out the floor. Now they thinking now, I thought I was right. I know you thought you were right. That's why I'm here to teach you. Nobody does this. Nobody cook no burnt up food. You don't eat burnt food. It's burnt. It's charcoal. It's destroyed. Let me tell you what you do. If you cook meat too far, you'll cook all the benefits out of meat. That's another thing y'all ain't looking at. So now you're eating filler. You eat first for survival, to get the nutrition out of eating. Yes, food can be a delight, but your main point of eating is for nutrition. Yeah. We know this because of the word. That's the only reason you're eating first. Of course, you make it to be even more desirable since you got to eat it. That's fine. But you got to understand, at a certain point when you're cooking, you start to lose the benefit. Like us, when black people cook collard green, we cook collard. We cook cabbage, man, shit like it's limp, toe up. I like it, I ain't gonna lie. But it's supposed to be crunchy, because when you cook it that far, you lose all of the benefits. Nick, when we cook cabbage, you can throw that shit, get it wall like a spaghetti. Splat! That bad, but it just slides slow. You overcooked it. You said, yeah, but we overcook it. If you look at how Jamaican them are cook it, that's I bet you're going to get them better than Jamaican cook. You're going to have to steal the crunch with it. Because you can't, cabbage, you don't cook cabbage here like 45 minutes. Before put cabbage down, cabbage cook for about 2 hours. Cabbage been on all they got is shit in a crock pot. Broken down. They get that man, they ain't got nothing but muddy water. Yeah, you can't do that, man. Y'all cook cabbage down, it don't take much. And you really don't have to put water in the pan when you put cabbage. Very little bit. Then what we do, we drown hell out of cabbage. I mean, that's what we knew, though. You take cabbage, you submerge it. You drown hell out of it, then you cut the stove and cook it. Cabbage will produce its own water. So it's stuff we had to start learning about stuff. I'm just like collard green. We cook shit out of stuff. We'll overcook stuff. We don't want no crunch, but a lot of times you cook it too long. Y'all got it? So I just try to help y'all out. Y'all can eat the shoe, you just ain't getting it out the shoe. True. So when y'all start now, what happens, now you're more educated. Just like when they bring out certain meat, when y'all be there, they be bringing shit out. They don't bring that shit to me. They don't eat no stuff like that. Bring no damn piece of meat. The best one, yeah, get away. They don't, we'll run away. They don't bring that shit. I don't eat that stuff. House steak. I don't want shit out your house, okay? Don't bring me. Y'all they be getting meat. Cut out. Listen, teach you how to eat steak. The top pieces, they're never gonna bring out. Filet mignon gonna be his top piece. You want your ribeye. You want to get what he called a bottom. That's a flank steak. That's the long. That's what you want. These are your top end pieces of meat when you're gonna eat steak. That house steak shit they got right here, and that big old boogie on it looking leg shit they brought. You don't know what part of the cow. I don't eat no stuff. That I watch them guys be eating that shit. I be looking at them. I don't know why you eating it. Cause they be like, I said, don't eat that shit. Cause they gonna come in and think I want it. Don't be eating that shit with me. I don't be eating that guy. I want top end of your steak. I want the best you got. I don't pay to say, hey, man, just be eating on me. Let me try it. My name not Mikey. I know steak, I know ribeye, bottom, it's actually a flank. They're going to call it the bottom steak. Your filet mignon, that's going to be your top steak. I don't eat the other shit. Other shit, they can throw that stuff in the trash. No garlic beef, I don't want all that shit, man. I ain't never seen no square cow. Don't bring none to me now. A lot of them, they just be eating. That's how y'all, they get, how many y'all got here? Go ahead and tell the truth. House steak. Because you know what, I'm being with you, I didn't need it. Let me tell you what happened. When I first started going years ago, you ain't bringing meat, you just be eating. You be like, it's steak. But a lot of steak is low-end steak. So you eat a cow, certain parts of the cow are not the most desirable parts of it. Just like it's a difference between ground beef and ground chuck. How many of y'all seen the stuff? You're going to say ground beef, ground chuck, how? Because the ground beef, when you watch the spec, it has bones in it. Guess what happens when you're eating ground beef? You're eating bones. Your stomach cannot digest bones. You're not a damn hyena. So now your body is shooting around acid and your body is throwing around little bone shavings. But how do we know that though? Nobody never talk. When you eat ground beef, all they did was took the end of this shit and with bones and crushed it. Them little white specks are bones. You cannot digest bones. Ground chuck is more because it's not. It's some more premium meat. So when nigga look, we say, man, they stupid hell they buy that. Look at that little bitty pack. Man, you get this whole thing for $5. Help grab the other end. Bill one for $5. All right, did that make sense? Ground chuck like that, $8. Ground beef that big. Can't even get out the bugging. So once y'all start to learn about meats and how these people do stuff, you're a smarter shopper when you look at stuff. Y'all got it? Start looking ground round. They got, even they cut their beef, like roast beef. You have to start watching the ground round. Certain cuts are more expensive. You to go to, I remember you go to Winn-Dixie, they have one steak in there like that. They don't think steak was about $6, man. You said, one steak. You go down, you get 4 or 5 steaks at $9. You're like, man, it's thin or cheap and it's a cheaper cut. Because then they looking at the weight. All them little steak you think you got, that one steak outweigh it. Because most of them don't know how to read and pay attention to weight on the meat. You just going with, they gave me 4. The damn thing paper thin. If you put all of them together, you'll go there, you'll buy paper towel. You get a pack like this. 50 rolls of paper towel. And this thing right here is $7. They got a 1-4 roll right here. This thing $8. Look at your roll count. All your roll got 20 on the roll. These 4 of them here, one of them got 130 on the roll. See, most of them go there, they beat you. Because you looking at how big it is and you're not paying attention to count. I'm looking at tissue count. One deal like this, you can't wipe your ass. You do this one time with tissue. Nigga got ass, you got to do like this. I'm just telling you, just start looking. That's how they beat you. Pick up your tissue, look at your count. How many of y'all don't look at stuff like you just look at the pack and just get it? Don't tell the truth. Now these folks now. See, he earning one. You on your way to repentance. You think I'll be all these folks going here and look at these prices, look at this stuff? These folks just be picking shit up, just throwing in the bucket to get out of there. I learned that you start going, you start looking at stuff, you start looking at weight, you start looking at your count. So you got to look at, does it make sense for what I'm spending? So y'all sit in these restaurants, don't y'all think folks they ain't stupid? Yeah, they charge you a good bit of penny, but the goal is to trick you. Like y'all to go down, y'all order that lemonade drink. Man, I ain't drunk that shit in years. These folks say, when that time y'all see me buy that shit? Man, you do that shit, you get excited, you're gonna, them folks done grind up lemon peel, they got the peel in that shit, and you got milk in there. You finna mix milk in your belly, you trying to eat meat, milk gonna blow your belly up. They go to get you out of there, that's why I ain't got but 2 shitters in there. You know more than 2 people got to take a shit in that place. Man, you shouldn't have less than 20 stalls. That's how they get you. So you know what? When number 3 get there, he got to go. I got to leave. Look at him. Got it. He got that lemonade drink. Paid that $60-something plus tip. Ass ain't get but 1 plate. Got him out of here. That's how you start winning. Bring a little cute-ass girl in there. Oh, little ass stomach. Got him. She ain't finna eat now. You want to come there and eat. Bring one of your big sister or somebody there. Bring somebody who can eat, you go in there. I don't play that shit. You go to me and pick up one piece of meat, your ass ran off. If I paid for it, I'm going to shove food down your damn throat, but I ain't losing no money. You better get a pocketbook. Oh, no, we finna be shoving me now. I can't afford to lose now. Your pocketbook going to be dripping when we walk out of there. Y'all all right? This is I keep it real. Y'all know, y'all can laugh at the same time. I teach y'all a lot of information to help you out. So you smart. Them places like that, I learned them folks. They designed to trick you. Just shove shit. No, they ain't shoving that on me. Come just throw some on my plate. Hold on, get back. I ain't tell you put on my plate. I be shoving that shit on my plate. You gonna cut me something that big, put on my plate. Go put that shit in the garbage. I know, anyway, where you gonna for it, throw? You must have dropped it on the floor. You trying to get it off. Don't go drop no hunk of meat on my plate. They get it cut open. Watch how they cut. They'll cut a piece of meat and cut y'all no fat chunk. It's gonna be too thick to eat, and the shit gonna get cold. I make them cut mine sideways. I make them redesign everything they doing. They try to stop it. No, cut sideways. That's a cut thin. Don't say it low, no big old hunk of meat on my plate. Shit gonna get cold. You can't eat no big old fat hunk of meat like that. They gonna choke your ass like, what the hell are we at that pit? She went, she tell that picture like she went and folks gonna have a bad experience. Y'all eat that stuff, you gotta know what you're doing. I'll train you. Just tell me you want a lesson, I take you to the side somewhere. Now what I do, I sit you at the table and I get a cup, we'll bring some food and we'll cut it. If you fail the table, we're gonna slap shit out of you. That's how you gonna know. Then you'll learn, cut it side. You make them stop it. I don't give a shit if it falls for you, that's your problem. I don't eat like that. Slice mine off sideways, slice it thin. I don't want my plate overrun all that meat, then it's cold and all, and I got to throw it away. Y'all all right? Yes, and quit letting them show you shit. All them damn things, but don't put all on my table. I don't like all that shit right here. I don't like all that. Don't come throwing a whole bunch of shit on my table. So you don't want this shit, because it don't make sense you just throwing on this table, okay? Whatever you don't want, I let them know, don't bring it to me, because I don't want it either. A lot of these folks, how many of y'all just let them just throw it down a palanta? They don't even know what a damn palanta is. I don't even want to know, because it might make me throw up. I don't know what animal palanta come from. It's a who? You from Italy? She's so excited. She don't know about a grant. She's excited like that. You all right? Them grits really excite you, huh? Well, that's crazy right there. But anyway, I don't eat it. I'm not Italian. Let them eat it. I ain't into everybody's culture. I don't eat everything. It got to be a pit of mine. How many of y'all don't eat it? I don't even want to try it. I don't want to know what it is. Some stuff I don't want in life, I don't even want to know what it is. You just keep it. If you came and throw it on the table and I ain't asked you for it, I don't want it. They don't like that. I be trying to tell you, listen, stop letting people just give you stuff. Learn what you eat. You don't eat it, tell them take it. Don't just keep shoving this shit on my table. I don't eat it. Take it with you. You go eat it. Take it in the back there and flesh it or something. Y'all all right? Yes, I'm trying to help y'all out. I watch y'all. Y'all go there, y'all so gullible. All that bad, they be looking at me like, shit, God, look at all this sucker meat. You just be, God, give some more of that sucker meat. Don't eat no sucker meat, man. Watch that. Go there and tell them, say, give me some filet mignon. Watch them. Watch how they walk off the shit don't show back up. Say, go give me that big old hunk of meat. Shit right here. It is. Watch them. They ain't gonna, anything good, watch them. They don't shoot it out that way. You don't see them lamb chops just flying everywhere, do it. They walk back there and come out and give you some. They said, they say, I'll be back. That nigga ain't coming. You said, you grab my shirt and said, you a damn liar. I know you ain't coming back. How many of y'all done heard them tell y'all that they don't show back up? Anytime you have something good, that's that. That's that. And then something they say, oh, gotcha. They're like, shit, I'm finna get out of here. They finna run and get it. They ain't gonna let no nigga eat good. You want to leave that, you spend your money. Get what you want. Don't let anybody just give you no meat. I don't pay you to give me no meat. Give me what I want. Just go cutting that shit, stop it. What you doing? I don't want that. Let that shit fall about that plate. This is how you eat mine. Cut mine like this. You paying your money. See, most of y'all didn't know. You thought how they cut it, you got to take, didn't it? That's why you pay me. So I teach you how to eat. You make folk respect. You pay it. Make them respect you. And make sure y'all tip. Cheap asses. Got me fussed that out there one time. They got a bunch of, they sitting in here now, some of them. Folk walked out, ain't tipped shit. Walked out, gone. I had a long speech with them. I said, who ain't tip? I said, y'all, they folk got tired talking. Got a long speech. They sat in the walking. I said, where you going? Yeah, I got to go leave. I said, oh, hell, y'all done said, y'all go somewhere, you got to learn, but you look at you paying your money, you just want to be treated right. Y'all got it? See, the folks ain't never told her that. They just told her you supposed to respect, take what people give you. You make sure people respect. If you're going to do what you're supposed to do, make them do their job. Hello? Yes, all right, we're going to get ready to let y'all go. Come on, get up. I can't save everybody, but I try. All right, how you handle it? I want to teach you how to do business. I try to teach them how to do business. They'll tell these guys, go, they'll tell them, I don't play that shit. Somebody just come throw that on my plate. I ain't ask you for that. You ain't gonna just give me, you want to cut no big hunk of meat, throw it on my plate. Trying to get rid of that last piece on there. Take that shit.